Welcome, everyone. We're here for another episode of the GG Millions. It's episode number 26, season 2023, joined by a great poker player, great guy, my man, Razvan Belea in the house. How are you, my man?
Hey, guys. Hey, I'm good. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Exciting. We just saw the culmination of the WSOP on GG. Obviously, huge purse, huge prizes, really special draft ganger. They're streaming the win for over 2,700,000. So that was very exciting last week. This week also, again, big buy-in, 10K. It's big prizes. As always, we have some of the best in the world at this final table. There will be no exception there. And as you can see, the current GGM rankings, there is David Yan, who is actually in first with 1,768,000 in earnings. He is in the first position now, as Leon Sturm is in second, who has been holding it down and looking good on that leaderboard. And today, a nice 7-figure prize pool. Was, as always, anytime you have 7 figures in the purse, it's special. It's online. This is from the Sunday final table. We'll play to a winner today, every Tuesday. Super Millions, the GG Millions on Tuesday, and over $250,000 to first. Of course, ninth guaranteed 37,000, almost 4 buy-ins. It's nice, but we'll be talking about some ICM and just sort of how to go about this final table. As always, it's always fun to see who goes for it, who sits back. And there we see the final 9 remain from 124 players today. So I'm sure you play with some of these guys. I know you're a very accomplished live and online player, and we will take a look at some names here that you may know. What about Juan Pardo Dominguez? Are you familiar with this player?
Yeah, for sure. I played with him. It's an amazing player, yeah, with a lot of winnings online and live.
Yep.
So yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah, chip leader today, 88 bigs. He's in a very good position. You can see already 2 final tables in the GG Millions. He has actually won this event as well. I believe only 2 players. I was taking a look earlier. I think Leonard Mao also has won, but no one else has won a GG Million title. So that is going to be up for grabs. We're going to see who's going to beat the best today, and we're going to dive right into the action as our man of discussion, Juan Pardo Dominguez, is going to kick it up here, 9-handed under the gun with the chip lead, ace-9 off. What do you think about how wide do you like opening here as chip leader? I mean, he can obviously get away with some. Jans Aaron's very tough player, also in the small blind, sort of the next biggest stack. So a pretty convenient place to start raising. Do you expect him to go extremely wide here?
Yes, but not. I mean, ace-9 off. I think it's close to the bottom of his opening range here. He will put a lot of pressure for sure. We need to put a lot of pressure since we are the chip leader, so he will open quite a lot.
Yeah,
will be a fun table, by the way.
Yeah,
I see a lot of great names. John Sarens, Leonard Maue, Johannes also. It's really, really good, and I know he's friend with Jans.
Yeah. I mean, it's this theme we see every week. We see just some Austrian flags and Brazilian. There's our man Pedro, also got himself a nice resume, and he is going to come in here representing Brazil as always. I think it's like literally a 9-1 favorite every time. There'll be Austria and Brazil, not one, but both representing here. And we see that again today as he's going to go ahead and open the King 10 off. Are you open for a wager? I know that the hands up promo on GG is up as well. You guys are going to be entered in that if you want to click the link and guess which hand you believe will be the exact suits winning today. That did hit. Finally, the jackpot did hit. So it does reset, but it is still a jackpot, and that is back up and going. And then are you up for a wager? You want to do a little draft, snake draft? We could do a dinner and then give the audience something to play for?
Sure. It'll be fun.
All right, I'll let you choose red or black for the flop to choose first or get second and third pick. So I'll let you choose this flop.
I'm with red. I always with red.
Always red, consistent. I like that. Look at Juan Pardo going to go ahead and take the spot, going against it. He knows this is one of the more competent players. He just can't help it. He's got the chip lead, putting pressure. And this is actually a very interesting hand. Karma is a cat's got a fun hand. Obviously, with this action, you could start thinking about a 4-bet jam, but a little too crazy. A little too crazy in this format. And Jans Aaron's, though, with ace-10 suited. It's suited. It's 40% of a royal flush. What's he going to do here?
I think he's gonna flat. Jamming is interesting, but because he knows that Juan Dominguez will put here a lot of pressure on him, But mostly it's a flat in this scenario, playing in position with a nice ace, playing good post flop. But Juan hit an 8 here. Will be interesting if Jans will continue here, because we can we can easily have a call here with our backdoors and ace high.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Yeah.
one of those things where, you know, you make the light 3-bet, not that hard to do, right? You could just make a play, then you go into the streets. He does connect. He's also got to be worried getting flatted by 9s, 10s, jacks, some other hands, right? So he realizes he doesn't have the nuts by any means, and Jans with the back door is going to call. The king comes, no help to either player. Juan Pardo Dominguez is in the lead, but he's also out of position, so bit of a tricky hand to play at the moment. You know, it's sort of he's sort of in no man's land, and these are, I would say, two of the most experienced players that happen to be 1 and 2 in chips. So a very interesting situation taking place early.
I think another bet will be nice here by Juan.
You said red, by the way. That was red. So you can choose. You can get the first pick, or you can take second and third to start, and then we go 1-1 the whole way. So I'll let you choose that as well. That's what you get for getting first.
So I can choose the second one as well?
So basically, you can take first pick right now, or you can take second and third, and I get first. You can choose that with which one you want to do.
Yeah, first is fine.
Okay, so you get to get the first pick. I'll let you could wait till the pot plays out. This is an important pot, so I'll let you you get to wait till this hand is over to make your selection at the moment. And yeah, Jan's also, this is kind of not a fun spot, right? You got ace 10 suited, you have ace 10 high, no real equity on there's 1.1 in the million. This is for chip lead pot, and you kind of realize your hand's likely never good or would never get the shot. So he's going to come out and start betting, puts a decent bet. I mean, it's small compared to the pot, but it is still a healthy bet. And now Juan is on a bit of defensive, because if he does call here, what, there's 750 plus, it's 1.9, and he's going to have, it's close to a pot size river shove and less than a pot size river shove for Jan's stack. So pretty interesting here as well. Some high level stuff right out of the gate in this final table, getting to see some two players that are going for it. And he does call, he does have the best hand. He has a heart. No player has a flush, and now Janzo. Is this enough?
His snap checked to him, yeah. It's interesting if Jans will go for a bluff here. He needs to have some bluffs here for sure. So it will be interesting if he will choose this combo to bluff now. Flash it complete there. And Juan taking down a nice spot.
Wow. All right, we're going to get a mystery hand right out the gate. We'll let you play this one and also make your first pick. I guess you're taking Juan, right? 4 million, most experienced, most chips, feels right.
Sure.
All right, you get one. I will get 2 picks now, and then we go 1-1 the rest of the way. So I will take Jan's errands, even though he just suffered a kind of a blow there, and I got to go with my Brazilian man. Pedro going to go rock those two. So now we'll go 1-1 the rest of the way. Your pick again.
Can I choose also one of your picks or no?
No. So I get 2, and now you get to pick the remaining players. You get 1, then we just alternate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will pick Johannes.
Johannes, very nice. I will take Leonard.
I will go for click work.
Click work. Okay. Man, they look at the Austrians. They just get snatched up. 4 Austrian flags at this final table out of 9 as well. Pretty impressive. And Juan with he sees Jan's min click. He just got messed with. Is he really going to get involved here? Could put a lot of pressure on the field. I will go with Wow. I'm going to go with Karma as a cat, the Canadian North American friend here. But we are seeing quite a hand. This is what are you doing with queens here?
Wow. It's interesting, but I don't think Clickwork will gonna fold queens, and I'm surely not gonna fold because I know these two guys. So Jans will have 3-bet bluffs, and Johannes for sure will have some 4-bet bluffs too in this spot. I will go for a bottom with queens, and I think jacks I will fold.
So you'd go all in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it happens to be Jans and Juan that are two so capable players, but it's sort of the action. It's not like he's on the cutoff or the button. I mean, this is, middle early position, 3-bet, 4-bet. So he's going to take the spot. Let's see if Jans was messing around. Let's see if Juan is messing around because, he could be easily flipping. Could easily be flipping. Could easily be in bad shape. Could also just somehow get a fold.
I can see two folds here for sure, but let's see.
I mean, I don't know. People wake up with hands. They do get hands. Yes, they're great players. Yes, they got a lot of chips. Maybe Jans was a little steamed from the hand before, but I don't know, man. This is
Will you go with queens here?
The ICM, like, there's no real short stacks. There's one short stack really only, and then everyone else is kind of in there. I mean, I don't know, man. I guess I am. I hate it. I like to play snug, but it's a good question. I think I close my eyes and go for it. Yeah. Jacks, I would fold.
Yeah.
Wow. He's in the tank. He might have, what's he got? Ace king off, I guess? Or does he have jacks? I mean, he's got to have, there's not many kings you could think about and not go with. He's going to go with kings.
Jacks might flat pre.
I think he's got ace king off.
Yeah.
Sick hand. Welcome to the show. Thanks everyone for watching. Okay. Again, huge show last week. We are going to get to see a Kings. Tanks. Oh. Maybe he's inducing. Maybe he's just thinking about it. He's just getting the RNG right. But Jans has the goods. He is river card away from a knockout on a fellow Austrian flag. There is not paint. It is GG for our friend there. GG. Pretty sick cooler. Can't blame him for going with it. We just said we'd probably go with it too. We don't love it, but I don't know. It's probably to fold queens. It's just, you're against ace king. You're against some other hands that, maybe you're messing around. You're going to get folded sometimes, and pretty unfortunate to run into the buzzsaw there. So we're down to 8, and I believe we lost the pick already. And now queens to 10s. I mean, man, Jans, how do you do it? Like, play great and get great situations. That seems like a good formula to do well.
When you play great, you get great cards, you get great scenarios, right?
Yeah, and we got to finish the draft as well. I took Karma is a cat, and there still is, I believe, 2 more players.
But my guy busted. One of my guys busted.
That's big dinner. We got a dinner sweat. That's part of it. Sometimes people get knocked out. This is could be my guy. Well, these are my guys, right? Going at it here. Tough spot for Pedro. 10s, sort of that cutoff of very strong hand. Also against the chip leader, I think you're more incentivized to take aggression, right? To know that you're going to be getting messed with kind of lightly. Yeah, so I think there's 2 players left. Mexico flag and super solid there for the UK. You can choose one.
I will go for Mexico, I think. I really liked his fold earlier, even if he's shortest. He folded ace queen suit. I don't know if you've seen that. He showed what he folded. Yeah. So I will go for him. Comeback is real.
Okay. And I will take super solid. So we got ourselves a sweat. If one of my players win, it's $100 to you at home. If one of Razvan's win, we will go with a $50 giveaway. So you guys are rooting for the players I have. That's just how we got to do it. We got to break it up, make a little sweat. You got to hit the thumbs up, and the giveaway will be activated later in the stream. And again, a very fortuitous situation for Jans with queens to 10s on the 9-3-4-6 board. And this is looking a little dicey for Pedro. I mean, I guess he's just in check call, check the side formation, but
he doesn't have the 10 of diamonds, which is good for him in his eyes, right?
Yep.
He's feeling more comfortable. Without the 10 of diamonds, Jans can have something like 10x of diamonds, like ace 10 of diamonds.
Right. Yeah. Some of the key diamond cards are, there's some definite hands where he could. I mean, this is a very committal bet here from Jans. He's going to do this with bluffs. He's going to do this with value. And he's got the exact perfect hand. Literally 10s, jacks, sort of the hand that you just can't see a way to get away from in this spot.
Pedro
like this would be a pretty miracle,
for sure.
pretty miracle getaway. I mean, that would almost be a sorcery wizard like to make the fold to be correct. Because how many times, you know, you fold here and you're wrong? It's like you're talking about huge money, chip lead potential pot to call down and be ahead, and he's just going to have, you know, ace five of diamonds or whatever, ace five of spades, and, you know, whatever other hands he's bluffing with, king queen off that he's got, and you're just getting torched off of it. And now the board pair pretty clean too. The ace fives miss, the diamonds miss, king queen, the bluffs miss, queen jack, you don't block any of those. I mean, this is going to be a monster ask to fold. I don't see how he can fold here.
Yeah, will be a shove and a call, I think, most of the time. Also, for sure, they know each other, so he knows that Jans can have bluffs here. It's a good spot for Jans to go, even with ace five, like you said. So, yeah, I think it's just a jam and a call mostly. That's why it's important to have bluffs, you know, to not be too tight and to get a value when these setups are coming.
Yeah, this is I mean, the part of the, you know, again, these guys have a lot of history. They also know, he also realizes, like, all right, he shells through. What is he going to do with his ace five suited? Does he ever think he could have showdown with ace high or some, you know, diamond flush draws? Is he ever going to check backhands? Is he always going to follow through with the bluff? And I think this is what separates the great players. And again, if he calls, can't blame him, right? Like, most people are just going to be like, how could you fold? So, like, that's being said, with that, the other side of it, you have a chance to do something kind of, you know, phenomenal to make a world-class fold. I mean, that's world-class. Nice. When you're wrong, that is costly. So to be right is, you know, a bit of a free roll. And we're getting another mystery hand right out of the way. We had a great one to start. We're going to play another here as Jans is on absolute fire. 4 million chips. Him and Juan have got 8 million of the chips in play. And if you do the math, start adding up the other stacks, I don't know if they add up to 4 million, right? It's 1, 1.8, 2.8, 3.5. Yeah, maybe 5 million to 8 million between the two. So start with the raise. Seems straightforward. Karma is a cat has not really got involved, or super solid. Sort of been a two-man show so far. Want to thank everyone watching. About 800 on joining us.
I think sevens are pretty close in this spot. I think sixes, it's a pure fold regarding ICM, but in the same time, we are the shortest stack, so they will think that our range will look a lot more stronger. So I like his open.
And tell me about, what about shoving? I mean, versus opening with his stack exactly.
Like open shove?
Yeah.
I think most of his range wants to just open. I don't think we have a lot of shoving there. Since we have like 5 players after us, so we can still avoid busting with sevens here. If we open and one guy 3-bets and one guy goes all in, we can easy fold sevens, right?
Yeah.
And he's flopping a set. Would be interesting if Leonard will decide to continue here with backdoor straight and flush draw. Backdoor flush as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Now it's interesting because Leonard Maui, I think he will have some leads on this turn. Completely, he will have most of the flashes, right? So
yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. Like, probably, I mean, it is the worst card in the deck. I mean, I guess, right? And what a he gives him the free one, and this whole plan sort of got out of whack. I mean, this is a tough runoff by any stretch of the imagination. But now 4 line to a straight. There is a possible flush there as well, and Leonard has in his mind, I mean, he's got a pretty nutted hand, right? Not many 9-10. I don't know if there's some flushes that maybe that the player would check back here, right?
Yeah, I think Tedwena was a bit scared because Big Blind, as I said, will have a lot of flushes in this scenario. So he was a bit afraid of the flushes. He wanted to see a river, like a safe river. Against the size, I don't think he will ever fold here. Yeah, but I think we can still bet on turn to protect our hand, right? There are a lot of clubs, sixes that can come, and yeah, we will be in a tough spot like he did.
Pretty nasty. Juan gonna go ahead and open with his stack with deuces. Worst pair in the game, but it is a pair and actually is in the lead. Although Super Solid, who's been playing super solid, is got a bit of a decision against the chip leader effectively, right? Tied for the chip lead. Opening here, he could definitely start talking himself into an aggressive maneuver, but he decides to pass. Ace 10 off, pretty close. I think calling would not be a great play, so
I think 3-bet folding as a bluff ace 10 off is fine, especially against Juan, who will open quite a lot, so he can have like a6 offsuit, and I really like ace 10 to have it there as a bluff, because we will have all the nutted hands, so we need to choose some bluffs to 3-bet fold with.
Yeah.
But yeah, ICM is crazy now. All are there, you know. A lot of pressure on everyone.
Yeah, ace 10 off. Also here with a little different scenario, 8-handed and middle position, first in. So Karma is a cat, been quiet, going to get to open. And Jan's errand with a very nice, welcoming 6-7 suited. A lot of playability, does completely whiff, but at the same time, Karma's a cat against the chip leader has a tough hand here to play too. Queen, Queen 9 definitely could get put in some tough situations and try to decide if he wants to get to showdown or start betting, and just decides to bet, and Jan's not interested there. King 10 suited. Pedro getting queens on the button though. Going to be welcome sight versus the chip leader, although under the gun. And his stack is what, 20,
23, 22,
bigs, 20, 22, yeah. Almost 23 big blinds. So yeah, he's got a few options. Pretty sure he's going to, we know he's playing. See how he plays this particular hand. Maybe a small raise. I mean, he could do a lot.
yeah.
He could do various things here.
I think against under the gun we can do raise 3-bet. He choose like half of his stack as a 3-bet.
Yeah, very committal. Just sort of yeah, sometimes maybe maybe that can be perceived as a bit of weaker holding than what he has, just sort of shoving.
That Dvina it's in a good spot to double. Because Jan will open call for sure.
Yeah, knows he's got no fold equity. Happens to have the hand dominated here with King, Queen to King 9. So 500K pot, important pot. Could be down to 7-handed. Each player flop top pair. Going to need to hit a 10 now on the river. Would actually make a straight, although 2 pair has been made in the running boat for good measure. Still in, still 8-handed. Still going on, and we appreciate the thumbs up. And we are, again, the giveaways today. We are, I believe I think there's a tweet. You have a tweet as well on my Twitter, Jeff Gross Poker. If you guys go to the pinned tweet, there is a $50 giveaway. Razvan, you're eligible for that as well. If you win, though, I'll double down, give it to 2 people. We'll put that out, and that is a live now tweet. And where can people watch you? I know you've done a bunch of content streaming, and even
yeah, I'm on Twitch /Razvi with a Y, QQ, like one of my screen names, and on YouTube, like my name, Belea Razvan. You can follow me there, and I'm streaming quite a lot lately. So yeah, I hope I see you guys there. I'm also doing some giveaways.
Give a follow. I mean, that's how often are you streaming, or were you playing a lot of WSOP?
During the WSOP I stream a lot. During GG series I stream a lot. So when it's a big series, I'm streaming maybe 4 or 5 days a week. But in general now I'm streaming Sundays and maybe Saturdays as well, because you guys have some nice mystery bounties there. So I'm streaming those tourneys as well.
Yeah, well,
I
that
actually
is fun.
I came 20 in the 150 mystery last Saturday. I lost a big chibli pot.
Oh man, that's the what was first in that one?
Sorry?
What was first
25
place?
25,000 plus mysteries. So if you're lucky, you can get a nice mystery too.
Mystery
I
bounty
did
always
one
adds a
time.
nice guest to it,
Yeah,
right?
I
That's
hit one time 27,000. It's on my YouTube. I hit two mysteries, and one of them was 27,000 in a 150 tourney. So was
wow.
amazing. Yeah.
That's a nice feeling. I know the guy who hit the million very well. He's actually been a guest on the show here. So he thought it was a 1,000 and it was like covered, and then someone like messaged him was like, "Hey, you won the
Holy
million, I
shit.
think." Can you? And he didn't realize he won Scott Ball. Kind of crazy story. Um, to hit a million. I think that was in a 1K or I forget what it was, but yeah, that's a nice one. And here, Juan Pardo with the king high, he actually has got the gut shot, but he would not want that, and it is he's got the back doors. He's going to keep betting here, and a pretty nice flop for the 8-9 off with the gut shot and top pair.
Let's see if he will decide to raise this or just call. Now a flush draw. It's
Yeah,
pretty
very interesting
interesting
card.
here. Yeah. Yeah, I think checking is the best option. You don't want to be betting and get check shoved to deny your equity here, right? We have a lot of equity, so we don't really want to be in a spot of bet calling a shove or bet folding. And now we have a straight over straight. Oh, okay. I thought Johannes will might go for a bigger bet, but he will have a lot of 4x and 9x, so.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting sizing. I guess again, just thinking what you can get paid by too. And as you mentioned, he kind of favors, I think, those straights. So that was a system of that, a function. I guess I don't know. Maybe, yeah. It's easier when we see the cards, right? Yeah, bet big and you
Yeah.
can't fold, but that's not always how it works. So you gotta kind of be balanced and also realize what you can target. So interesting size, gets paid, and Juan with a little bit of a hit, but again, very healthy. Him and Jans Arens with a big stack and a timely ace king.
And Jans
Although,
is now the chip leader.
yeah,
I met Jans and Johannes in Vegas this year. Two nice guys. We played some ultimate poker together. We were
nice.
drinking in the night. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some very a lot of talent. Let's say there's a ton of talent at this table, and as always, I mean, it's a 10K buy, and you expect that there are satellite options each week on GG. You guys can get in for much less, and this is again final table to a winner on Tuesdays at 2:45 Eastern, played out from the prior Sunday. So this is episode 26 of season 2023.
I think
And
folding should be fine here.
wow.
But he decided to turn it in a bluff, like 3-bet bluffing scenario. I don't think Tedwina will open too much, so I don't think it's necessary to bluff like a hand like ace deuce offsuit against this stack. But we need to have some bluffs.
Yeah, I mean, also it's sort of like one of those things where you notice that the really great players don't really flat these type of weak ace and tough spots. So he's sort of saying on this guy's stack, look, he's got some raised folds. Like, let's find out where he's at, and instead of me calling and be dominated and being in no man's land. So I get it. I do think that I would
For sure, it's better than flatting. For sure.
I think it is a much better play. And although you see he loses those extra chips, instead of calling and maybe losing more or doubling the player up or flopping ace, he really finds out where he's at. So I think that is an interesting way of playing the hand, and, you know, maybe folding or that would be my preference instead of calling. But either way, again, great player. You can see the thought process. He's got a plan, and he did happen to step into the top of the range. So that's also a bit of timing. And yeah, there are going to be some raise folds from this player. It's important to note.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting start. I mean, that hand we saw right away was high level. The ace-8, the ace-10 suited. Saw the two guys battling, and sure enough, they found their way to the top where they both have chipped up, and they have 3.6, 3.4 million, as we've seen some very, very close pips here, as we see again, ace-10 suited, ace-jack off. Very tricky hands, right? These are the hard hands to play tens, you know, out of position. We saw that versus queens, doesn't go broke. You see, you know, nines versus ace jacks, and here ace-10 suited to ace-jack off. And again, he just kind of recognizing, look, it's close, but I think I have the best hand. Let me put it in here. And he does have his player outmatched, and a nice fold. Ace-10 suited, doesn't think long about it.
Yeah. We'll see Jans here opening the button. Now, let's see what he decides, if this hand is good enough to jam. And most of the time it will, because Jans will open a lot. So here it is. Take it down.
Yeah, little game of chicken. There's a few other short-ish stacks. I mean, all of a sudden, Pedro is also right in there.
Ooh.
Leonard just under 1 million. Super solid 900, 1.1. So a lot of really tight, honestly. It's basically two big stacks, and then everyone else is right in the thick of it around the same stack. So a lot of ICM kind of won, and Jans can have a bit of a field day, although this is again, sometimes it's not always easy as chip leader. And here he gets a huge hand, considering we are 8-handed, and he is going to be perceived as overly aggressive likely. So this is sort of a cooler in the sense where he's going to, you know, be pushing chips over there.
This is a good spot for Jan.
Oh yeah. See Gilbert asking about my kid playing poker like an American or Brazilian. I was thinking about football like a Brazilian or American, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. To be honest, Brazil is probably the most improved country, I'd say, pound for pound in general in poker over the last 5-10 years. I just feel like the quality's gotten good. It's popular. People play well. So I don't know, man. That's a good question. I think there's pluses and minuses. Both bring different skill set and attributes. And we are seeing a 5-card all in here. Jacks to kings. Queen on the flop. It's paint, but not a jack. Oh, on the tip of my tongue. And I just feel like you say it, it comes, and Leonard is going to get an absolute shell shock there as he finds a 4-1 favorite to be a force in the tournament. And that is music to Jan's ears, as well as the chips all consolidate. And now, again, these stacks are all very similar, and we lose a player, pay jumps around, and a absolute brutal to be, again, play well, get good cards, you get cooler, but you actually hit there. And a new situation now emerging for Juan, who is got about 1 million lead on Jans and has position. So he's got to be your favorite at the moment to take this down, as he is in a powerful position. That just doesn't feel right. Was it a 1 out or 2? Someone's saying I think there was a jack buried there.
Yeah, Karma showed the jack. Yeah. These are the spots where you need to run good, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've said in terms of who's won, I think Juan Pardo Dominguez and I believe I said Leonard Mao are the only two that had won. So now there's only one winner. That's in season 1, 2, or 3. I'm a little surprised Jans Aarons has not won before, but he does have a handful of final tables. Looks like 8 final tables in this. But, you know, that just shows you the quality, how hard it is to win tournaments. You got this guy who's a household name, plays the biggest tournaments, 8 final tables, and does not have a GGMillion win, and he's looking for one right now. He's definitely in a good position, but still has to get through Juan and everyone else here. But very likely we'll have a new winner. With that said, Juan is your one champion remaining, and he has got the chip lead. So definitely still in position to do that. Wow, that was sick. Get another question here. Grainley84 asking about, do I recommend a poker book or place? I mean, look, there's so many training sites. I do endorse one. I don't want to be public, you know, spamming training sites or whatever. I will say a book that I read when I first got into poker was The Theory of Poker, David Sklansky. That was like the original one. I think that's like a good sort of out of nowhere starting point, but there's so much content and information now out there, so many courses. I mean, I will name a few. Raise Your Edge, BBZ. I know you've worked with Razvan. Doug Polk's got great stuff. Depends, you know, PLO. There's Phil Galfon, Jonathan Little as poker coach. There's a ton. There's a lot of really good material.
Yeah, we have a lot of materials this year. All you need is to be prepared of hard working, and you will find a lot of stuff to get started with.
Both players here with top pair. I mean, really no value other than to check, and this will be a chop, both with the worst kickers possible, the deuce and the 3. You can see we're already up to the pay jump, 60,000, 61,000 going up to the next spot. So healthy 6 buy-ins. There wants none of that. Suited ace in the big blind. Decided better than to try to limp in. We're up to 20K, 40K big blind. Super solid. Really been quiet. Does have a very playable hand. Also, though, so much consideration here with the stack. I mean, again, this is very unique where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with effectively the exact same stack and then 2 huge stacks. Excuse me, got a cough here. King 3 off for Juan, who again, this is one of those ones where, you know, you take, look at, I was just thinking, you got the big, nice. You know, the ace X, the King X, big gapper, super ICM spot. He knows he can put a ton of pressure on a player like this. And there are a lot of hands that are going to open ace 10, ace jack, you know, 7s, 8s. That's why you sort of said 7s is also dicey a bit to open. And here we go, 9s. This is not like a fist pump situation. You realize like there's hands you're just going to flip against. You're 4-1 against a variety of hands. And although it's like, how can he actually have hands? We just show him show up with jacks.
And the ICM is so big here, right? Nice tribet by Juan here. I think if we want to have some bluffs, will come from the offsuit aces and offsuit kings. The smallest one are the greatest. So yeah, I will go for it as well. But I'm not in love with it. And I get an open from super solid. And we'll see fold.
Yeah, pretty nice spot for super solid, and he's gonna get the business again here.
Another big spot here. We know what Pedro will do, 400 or something. Actually, this time he's going for a smaller 3-bet size. We've seen him did this before, like a half stack 3-bet. And now he's doing like a 3x. An easy shove for Tedwina. And just a call for Pedro, which again is pretty close.
Wow.
Jacks, I think will be a fold. Queens are very close in this spot, but I don't think we can fold queens since Tedina. I think he will ship jacks mostly. Ace king, all combos.
You can just tell he hates it. He's just like, really, is this happening again? And it's again the player, the situation. It's an under the gun min raise, 3-bet, decides to 4-bet jam, and again the stack's so tight. I don't know. I mean, this would be an insane fold, but like I honestly he hates it, and you can see why. And he kind of knows. He sort of is like, wow, is this real? He's like hoping it's ace king, right? I mean, praying it would be jacks, and jacks I don't think would even go here.
Look how much he's tanking and he's thinking about it. It's not like a fist pump jam or okay, just go with it. Just think. He's thinking through. He found a fold with tens there against Jans. Let's see if he's finding the fold now with the ladies. Oh,
it's sick because like you just
Pedro can do it.
You have to be right? If you fold and he shows even ace king, it's like a pretty big, to be fair, the risk premium though, like if you knew he had ace king too, it's not an amazing spot. The problem is there's a lot of money out there already if it's in your head. But like that, if you don't really want to take a 55-45 in this spot anyway, but like you would still be fine with that. The problem is this scenario. And I don't know. They say think long, think wrong. I feel like he might get this. He might find a miraculous fold. It's possible.
It's possible, yeah. Wow.
I mean, vamos, gente. I mean, what a miraculous play. What a player. And here he goes. He gets ace king. He's going to get to probably just pick this pot up. It doesn't look like anyone's got anything to contest with. And he's back in the game. I mean, come on, Razvan. Are people playing? There's some poker going on out here. I mean, that is hide your wife, hide your kids. That guy is a magician. He is dangerous. This guy is an absolute just like I got to look him up a little more here. What's going on? I mean, he is 5 million GG winnings.
Amazing fold, indeed. It's not easy to find a fold like that. It's not.
You gotta be right. Sure. You gotta be right. That's the thing. You can't be wrong. And when you're right, it's that much more powerful. But when you're wrong, you are, Yeah,
if Tedwina had jacks here, will be oh my god.
I had a hand on Twitch many years ago. There's maybe somehow you saw this, probably not, but I checked back Jack 10 on like Jack 10. 4-3 or some like 8-9 with the possible straight flush. I swear to you, I checked it back on the river with the top full house and a 2-card straight flush, and the guy had it. I swear to you, it was a sick, and it's almost so insane that like you know what I mean, like because if I'm wrong, which I'm gonna be most of the time, that would be like it's almost like too embarrassing. But when you're right, it's almost so bad it can't be good. You know what I mean? Like the fact that like because it's just like it's gonna be wrong so often. But that was impressive right there. That was special.
I folded only one time kings pre-flop, and I was I got myself into aces if I call. So, but that was my sickest fold ever. Folding kings pre-flop is not easy to do it, but once in a lifetime, it's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to make a habit of it, right? That's the problem. Because like you can also go in that direction where you start like, then you do it once, or you're right, and you're just like, and then you're looking to make hero folds, and like that can be a problem too. So again, we'll just say great fold, golf clap there, and See if Pedro can spin it. I got a feeling Pedro's going to do something special, right? He's really dodged some unique situations. Like, it would almost just be cruel to see him go out anything more than, like, give him at least fourth or third here with this sort of ninja style here. He's fine. He's gotten some huge hands. It's like hard to be behind with tens and queens and these type of hands and not have the best hand on any of them.
This is why these guys are making more money than others, because they also find the faults and not necessarily the standard situations. They find the faults situations. So it's very important to I think Pedro studies a lot of ICM spots, right? In a GPV scenario, will be just easy shove there, easy call there, but in ICM we need to fold a lot in that spot.
Yeah. Nice execution, nice recognition. Going to get a lot of light raises there, so he does go ahead and take a hand where if he got checked back, it's a little hard to play, but he does believe he's going to get raised. He does, and takes it down. And I mean, Pedro, I guess, might get saved with an open here, right? I was going to say, it's just like if he's going to open again and get played back at, I guess he still would get away. But yeah, that was at least a little lucky that the player opened before him. He would have been kind of opening one of those weaker hands off of that stack size that he would probably be open first in. And Jan's another big hand.
Just a 3-bet call against 23 bigs. Do you think Pedro will call there only kings and aces? I guess so, right? If he's folding queens, he's folding ace king also.
Yeah, I wonder if ace king suited. I mean, yeah, I guess
maybe ace king suited and kings and aces.
Yeah, probably. I guess, but who knows? Maybe. I mean, man, if he's folding queens. Ace five suited, 2 10s again, sort of a game of chicken. And I mean, I guess he can flat. He can. Does he want to? How many blinds? 20,
30,
20. So he's got more than. Yeah, he's got a relatively healthy stack at this, almost 30, right? Like 30 blinds.
Yeah, 30. 1.2 million is 30.
Yeah. So
nice.
Call.
I really like the flat.
Got his money's worth on this board, though. Gotta fade some real stuff. Gotta fade resistance. Gotta fade a diamond, an ace. Pretty decent flop, though, overall.
Interesting check by Jans here also, because he got a good combo to c-bet. Even if it's a queen, even if it's a pair board. But will be interesting to see if he will decide to check raise or check call.
I just feel like with the stacks, how tight they are, it just seems like he's so incentivized to put pressure, right? You're just gonna force folds. Like, what is he really flatting though? Is he flatting sevens here?
Probably ace queen not. Suit, king, ace queen suit, eights,
ace jack suited, nines.
Yeah. Wow.
Makes enough flush. Board is paired. I mean, loses to eights, loses to king queen suited. Probably king queen off when not in there. So, I don't know. There's not a lot of hands he's losing to, and he recognizes that. He's coming out and puts on a bet. And I mean, this board got pretty ugly fast for the tens.
And again, without the 10 of diamond, so he will have an easy fall here. With the 10 of diamond, will be juicy.
Yep, it's mystery hand time. Pedro, it's tough shoes to fill here, Razvan. Tough shoes. Ace 9, he's playing great. Let's see if you can work this out with him here, as he's gonna be in a very interesting spot, right? You got a good hand. What's your play here?
Usually I flat ace-9 offsuit here with the ICM. I might shove against button or cutoff, but yes, Juan, I think it's fine to flat. Also,
What
he's
about the fact
dominating.
that Juan's chip leader?
Yeah, because of that, we will dominate some hands of him. So Juan will open Jack 9 suit, Queen 9, King 9, even offsuit King 9. So we dominate a lot of his range. So we keep his range dominated. Also, all the A6 combos under 9, right? Ace deuce to Ace 8. So how is going? Interesting. I think Juan can have Ace 8 here to check back. Ace deuce suit, even A6 or A7. So will be very interesting. Nice check by Pedro on an ace. Pedro will have most of the 9x, 7x combos. So on an ace, he needs to have a lot of checking in general. Since he's hitting Joan raise first in. Okay. It is a call for Pedro and John with the ace
Oh wow.
deuce. Like I said, yeah, I was saying that he will have all the ace deuce, a6, and playing good again. He's doing the job for Pedro with 2 nice folds. Now Pedro found the double.
Pedro is back. That was the first. My son just came in saying, "Can you spank mom?" Yes, he wanted to give her a spank. He wouldn't give her TV. That's a new one. I've never heard that request. That's pretty comical.
Wow. How old
Nice
is he?
hand. 4.5. Yeah, he's
Nice.
it's a handful of an age. That's for sure. Got a
Yeah.
6-month-old boy too, but that was couldn't help but
Now he's
laugh out loud
speaking a
there.
lot and asking so many questions, and
Yeah,
I guess it's fun.
it is. It's never dull. That's for sure. Very nice hand, Pedro. Look at Pedro. He is in third,
Pedro.
healthy third place all of a sudden. And man, I got. It's hard not to root for him. Get me a dinner from you. The audience would get 100 instead of 50. Brazil gets a nice lot of reais, and it's over 1 million reais. That's it's a big sweat here for Pedro, and I'm a fan of the game. I like the tight is right. I like the good folds, and I mean, again, so impressive just to be right. Like you could easily be wrong one of those times. And look at this. I mean, just gets into another spot. He could also, at the same token, he's played so tight. Everyone sees it. It's a delay. They've watched it. They know what's going on. You wonder, could he make a misstep and just the perfect hand to 4-bet too? But no, doesn't. Not
No.
interested. Just in the muck. A lot of people would be really tempted to come at the chip leader 7-handed with the 4-bet spot there, but doesn't even think about it. And again, correct as well. Aces.
Brazil is doing the job.
They are,
really
and
love
they're
his
putting him
play
in some
here.
tough spots. I mean, he's getting dealt a lot of tough hands today. A lot of tough hands. Ace Jack off, not easy to play as well. Does open, and looks like may not really have resistance. Deuces in the small blind, not going to be too interested. So might just take it down. All right. We are still 7-handed. Play to a winner. Again, got a couple giveaways for you. We had the hands up pinned in the YouTube chat. We'll see if we get that back up to guess the winning hand today. What do you think the winning hand today is, Razvan? What's your guess? What suits? What exact hand? Gotta get the suits.
I will go for King 8 suited.
Gotta get which suit?
Diamonds.
Diamonds. All right. You got to click the link if you want to be eligible. But I think there it is. They're on command. Hands up. That's pinned YouTube chat. Good luck to everyone. I'm gonna say 5 of hearts, 5 of diamonds. I'm gonna click the link myself. Why not? It's a jackpot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
You gotta take the EV when you can get it, Razvan. You gotta, you know. I'm not too proud. I'll put my
Don't copy me, guys.
yeah. How do I do it? 5 hearts, 5 of hearts, 5 of diamonds. Let's do that. All right, I'm in there. I just commented.
And then I
Also,
need
pin tweet
to
on
put a
Twitter.
comment out there, right?
Yeah, you got to put it in on the in there to be eligible. You can't just say it or type it in the YouTube chat. That is up, and someone did hit it. Someone got it right recently, which is cool. As we see the Jack 9, pretty nice, pretty interesting hand here, right? One of the better ones to be. You want you double gutted, sneaky. Got the 8 or the queen for the straight. You have Jack high, which is not the best hand. So a lot of things pointing towards aggression here.
How much was the jackpot, by the way?
What's that?
How much was the jackpot?
Good question. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was. I mean, it hadn't been hit for a long time. Nice bet, nice takedown there. Try to get confirmation on that.
And we have a short. We don't.
No breaks. No breaks. We're playing to a winner today. The delay is set. Man.
Kings for Johannes, but no action for him. After this, I think I will put myself into a study mode for some ICM spots like Pedro had. And I'm really, really curious about the Queen's fold. So I will run it. Jans with the defend and a bottom pair with a backdoor, a small backdoor flush draw. Ooh. Jans is thinking of leading here because he knows that he have more flushes than his opponent, and he does that. I think it's a fine lead. You don't want to be check calling a bigger size, so with this lead he is accomplishing a lot. Even some faults from Johannes. And now Jan's seeing a cheap river. And I don't think he will bluff this too often.
Does have a spade. You did allude to that he has more flushes. You know, like yeah. Wow. I actually kind of thought he might. Like king queen.
Yeah.
You put king queen off in a tough spot. You put a bunch of hands in a tough spot. But you're right. I actually wasn't sure, although I do like it. I think
I like it. I like it. For sure, I like it. But Johannes, I don't think he will ever fall here. He knows that Jans can have some bluffs.
The sick part is though, he could also have like Jack 7 of spades, you know, or Jack 7 off or something with the spade. He could have some like random hands that beat you now. That's like the 8 is not a complete blank.
Now we need to think if he's value betting worst. Wow. Now is the spot that if you fold and you see that Jan's bluffs, you hate your life here. Sorry if you hear my dog.
What kind of dog?
Bichon, Havanese Bichon, small one. His name is Ace. He's
I
always in the mood of playing.
yeah. This is exciting poker. I gotta say, this is like this really
Yeah.
is this is exciting. What do you think? You think he's gonna call? Top set, man, versus the chip
Yeah,
leader.
I think he's gonna call this. But yeah, it's not like an easy call because what Jans can bluff here.
He's got his neighbor Pedro, who's folding majestically hands, and now he's like, man, am I really the donkey? I'm gonna have top set on a straight board, flush board, and I can't find a fold on the river, and I'm just out. But meanwhile, it would just be the right call and put him in a really nice spot. So let's see what he can come up with here. This is Austrian on Austrian crime at the moment, and
Yeah, they know each
Jans, Aaron,
other.
tough to play against, man. These guys are good.
Yeah, they played a lot together for sure. So I know that the Jans can have some bluffs here. So that's why it will be very hard for me to fold kings here. In order to do this with value, Jans will need to have some bluffs. But now Johannes is thinking, what better hands can he calls? You'll have some flushes, you'll have queen jack. Tough spot, tough spot. He took like 4 minutes.
It's funny. It is the chess clock is such a great feature on GG as well. Like, you know, this exact reason you play quick. I think it makes everyone play quicker in general. And then all of a sudden, yeah, when you need it, you need it. But this is, I mean, imagine every player took 10, 15 minutes at the final table for their clock. It would be a long.
We'll be sitting here like 2 hours
Yeah.
just for 6 hands. But yeah, it's nice that in the same time we can realize how they think about the spots.
Right.
Like a lot of players, I think they will just press the call button faster, but they are really thinking through it, all the thought process, right? So
I'm asking the audience, what do they think? 1 for a fold, 2 for a call. What would you do? I mean, you see the cards, but just take away that you can see his. What do you do with top set of kings with this action? And
I will go for 1.
You would fold?
2. No.
You'd call. You'd call.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna fold at this point. I just feel like he's taking this long. I just think I say think long, think wrong. He's officially crossed into like overthinking. Like it's like he's just so deep in it. I think he's thinking future game. I'm on the button. There's other guys shorter. I'm probably one of the better players. You know, it's like I lose to. I think I think he really is worried about the random straight that comes in too. That's just like there's the extra. He's got to think of those kind of gut shot hands, maybe with the spade, some bluffs that come through. You know, as you thought, would he even go for it? That's I think his really biggest consideration. What's he do with some showdown? Is he just going to shove? You know, maybe he's got ace jack with the spade or ace queen with the spade, and like he checks back himself. So I think that's part of his thought process. Is Jan's going to turn hands into bluff here? How often? That's really the thought. What is it value and what is it bluff? And you know, because Jans does have a tiny bit of showdown, tiny bit.
Yeah, Jans will have a lot of leading, like I said, on turn. So he can have like Jack 9 with Jack of Spades, Queen 9 with Queen of Spades. But in general, not many bluffs, right? But Jack 9 and Queen 9 will be some nice bluffs on the river, I think. With a spade. It's very hard to fold here. I think Johannes will find the call. Or he's just trolling Jans with a big time bank.
3 minutes, the chess clock is down. And Pedro, he's also been put into the tank a bunch with some really tough decisions. All their players, fairly healthy. There's been a decent bit of clock used. As you see, 15-minute starting clock for each player. Karma is a cat, really hasn't had too much to think about. He's really not been in that, not got dealt in much, to be fair. Super solid, also not getting a ton of playable hands.
10 minutes.
It's hard, right?
Almost.
On those seats are hard because Juan Pardo is going to be opening so often, and then you just don't get a chance to even come in with your decent holdings, modest holdings. He is. He's literally love me do not. He's got the dartboard maybe out. He's doing, handstands, looking at the clock random. At this point, there's something he doesn't know. He is torn. This is a tough spot.
Really tough spot, yeah.
And this is one, we talk about it. Big moment. GG Millions weekly 10K buy-in. How many times you get to a final table? How many times you 7-handed? 270 up top. This can make or break your run, your year. You get 7th tier versus maybe top 3. You have a lot more entries. It can parlay into a lot of other things. So this is a big moment for him, and a big 2 moments now. He's
almost
down 2 minutes. He's really got to save a little clock. He calls and he's right, or he folds and he has time. He wants to be able to think again. He's got to at some point make the decision. I mean, he is going to be forced here shortly. Mike saying he shouldn't be playing poker if he folds this. I mean, I wouldn't say that's true. I'd say almost that the guy should be playing more poker if he can make the right fold. This is not an easy fold.
Yeah.
I mean, this is almost a mandatory call in a lot of respects. So to be, to make the fold, and he would be wrong in the moment, but it shows it's also another good rule. You can't bluff. Let's call it a
big blind will have all the flashes. He
does call. Important. He finds it. He takes his time. Jans was in.
I knew it, but
the absolute pressure cooker there, and he does find it. Now he is in a new conversation. 2 million chips dispersed around, and man, pretty intense hand there, but he did get it right.
Jean didn't understood why he tanked so much. Big blind will have all the flashes, right? Big blind will defend basically anything, any 2 suited, right? So because of that, it's very hard to find a call there. It's not like a snap call or something. So we need to think about all the flashes and what are the bluffs, because there are not many bluffs. So most of the time you will get yourself into a flush. All the flashes will play the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Great call. I mean, yeah, he does have top set, but still not an easy call. But again, I think you gotta make that one, right? I do feel like that seems like against this caliber of player, the chip leader, he has a lot of bluffs. I think you're just ultimately gonna have to make it. But with that being said, he could just have it too. He could have had it. Definitely could have had it.
So what are your players again? You have Jans, you have Pedro,
Jans, Karma. And I don't.
I did go for Tedwina, and you go for Super Solid, right?
I think I have Super Solid.
You have Super Solid, yeah, and I have Jans. I have Johannes.
Yeah, Johannes and Juan in the Mexican flag there. Yeah. So we got a sweat, $50 or $100 for the audience. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
50 or 100. Nice sweat. For the audience, and again, the tweet. We got the tweet up. How many people? What do we got going here on this tweet? Let's see. We've got that's Jeff Gross Poker Twitter. So far, only 30 and $50 cash too. That's don't need a GG account, but you are live, and we got that up. What's your largest cash? You've hit a big tournament score, maybe a couple. You got one live. You won the major, right?
Yeah, I won the EPT Paris.
Sick, very sick.
I won 1.2 million this year. So it's one of the best years I ever had in poker.
That's amazing. That is a nice score. Wow. Yeah, that's right. I knew you won. I thought it was over 1 million. That's right. Very cool. It's a nice feeling. 7-figure score is hard to find. That's why I say this is 7-figure prize pool. Even it's a big tournament, but 7 figures to first. That is no joke. So yeah, again, you guys can watch Razvan on Twitch and YouTube. So make sure you give him a follow, search him, and take a look at his stuff. And you do stream. And I miss streaming. I gotta say, it's being a dad and being in the US primarily. It's been, I did the Twitch grind for a long time. I do want to. I keep saying during the World Series, I'm gonna get in and start diving in and do it, but it's just, I don't know. It's been a while. I do love streaming though. It's a lot of fun to play and do it.
Maybe once per week or something.
Yeah, the problem is I'm primarily in the US, right? So yeah, if I'm in Brazil, I was there for a stretch, I could do it when I get to Brazil, and I being in the US. I mean, I could potentially stream, or I was thinking about doing like a recap show, right? Like looking through some key hands, have some guests call in, talk about the previous one, maybe even, I don't know if I'm allowed to sweat GG, like to have it open, not play from the US, but actually watch. I don't know if that's even allowed, maybe not, but that could be fun to like kind of watch towards the end of the final table, right? Sweat it out to get there. I just don't know if I'm even allowed to do that. I would think that's okay to watch but not play. What do you think? I don't know the rules.
Yeah, I think should be fine, but I don't know the rules either.
Yeah, I've asked kind of. I just I didn't really get a clear answer on that. I just obviously don't want to, deviate from the. But I don't think it would be a problem to not play. Yeah,
as long as you don't play, I don't see the problem. It's just railing, like you rail anything, right?
Yeah, I need to get the exact rule on that. I would think so too, but all right, ace 10 suited, ace queen off, and ace 10 suited gets a miracle turn to chop with actually the favorite, and we will see a chop there though all of a sudden. So a little unlucky for Johannes to not that out, as he has a dom. That's always frustrating. You get the dominated situation. It's hard to find to be in such a good spot, but he does. It could have been worse as the turn was not favorable.
I think Tadwina will jam here most of the time. I don't see anything else against Jans, who is opening quite a lot in this spot. And Jans will find a fold. I think ace 10 off will be close, I think. He's thinking with ace 9, so my guess it's ace 10 off. He will call. Ace 9, it's a bit optimistic. But since Tadwina will shove a lot of ace 6 suit and king jack suit, queen jack suit, even jack 10 suit, it's a shove here. All the pairs, like small pairs.
I think he's going to call. Look at the money out there. He's got 100 of his own. There's a 50, 42, 25, 50, 92, 115.
It's pretty close, I think. Yeah.
Also, the risk premium. I mean, I guess the one thing is there's other 660 stack. Maybe he's thinking, how tight is he going to be? A little tighter, and is he going to just show up with like ace 10 plus here? But I think you're right. I think there are enough hands as we get to see king jack suited. At the same time, Jans has got the chip lead. He's not really. It's not a bounty. He's not incentivized to just try to knock people out. So it's a very close. I think 800K he wouldn't call for sure, but this seems.
He's randomizing again. I think Jans is into randomizer now because it's half. It's so close. It's player depending as well. Yeah. Ace 10 for sure. It's a call. Yeah, he found the call with the best hand. Let's see if it holds.
Decent start. Heart for a sweat. Nope. Needs a 10 needs a only. 10. Ace 9 in the lead. It is a queen.
And we see another bust.
Golf claps all around, other than the so sad emoji. And there is Ted Wina. Slow Slowsby goes out with the nice resume himself. All very accomplished players. I think everyone playing very well today. And Pedro, king 8 suited. Definitely a close spot. Maybe a little more chips would get involved. Doesn't want to open in the short stacks and wands button. Just not a lot going on there to try to get through. Two big stacks, and then the two short stacks that could shove. So he does fold king 8 and super solid. Can't get too selective here. Does find a weak ace here in the big blind.
You've seen the TV show with Ted, with that guy with the Dina avatar?
Which
It
one?
was an actor there. How I Met Your Mother is called.
Okay. Yeah, I know that show. I haven't watched it, but I know what it is.
Yeah. Now I'm realizing why Tedwina have the screen name like that. It's a fun Ted from the show. I see a defend here. And I think Johannes will have some leads on this board. He's against the chip leader. So he's not doing too much leading against chip leader. With a huge ICM for him now. And Jans can pressure him as well. Is chip leader against third in chips? Let's see if Johannes will go for check raise or check call, because both options are viable, right? We have a great combo to do a check raise here with a backdoor, not flush draw. Jans on the other side is having a nice combo to put more pressure on him on his check raising, but he's deciding just to call. Interesting turn, because on the ace he needs to check a lot, and he does that.
Wow. Yeah, quite a card. I mean, to be fair, it's sort of a lot of stuff misses though still. The 5x and the diamonds miss. So the ace kind of a little scary, but also sort of bricky in a way. And both players are, I mean, the ace 5's got to feel decently good. Also a chance that he's just behind too. So let's see what they do here. Maybe don't put a lot of chips in.
I guess check most. I thought Johannes will go for a small bet on the river. We'll see some folding around. Super solid, showing the 7 deuce.
Yeah, pretty exciting, pretty high level stuff. I mean, this is again always a treat to do the commentary here. I enjoy it a lot. I know see a lot of familiar faces on here, but always get to see some high level. Definitely the Pedro folds are worth really diving into, taking a look and looking closer on that. I mean, again, not about just being right, but you start just trying to look at that. The cool thing about reviewing hands is you get to see, all right, maybe it's technically this, or he should have actually done this, but if it's close, right? And then you make your exploitative from what the book would say, but then also just to get a better idea, like, wow, I would think that I'm supposed to go with these hands, and really it's telling you, no, it's this. So yeah, I think that's a lot of learnings, a lot of cool spots to check and talk about, right, with amongst your friends that you talk poker with, and that's how the best in the world get better. They just keep looking,
I can't wait to run it. I can't wait to run it to see if the fold was approved. Yeah, two big stacks meet each other. I think will be check mostly. Let's see if Jans will decide that Queen High is not good enough to check. It's not a big pot, so he doesn't need to bluff this combo.
Yeah, Jans and Juan basically have dominated with the stacks the whole final table. Johannes made a tough call at the end with top set. Was not an easy call, but does find himself in third, very healthy. And then we got three short stacks, and Pedro got to be close to an unanimous MVP here to get through this tournament. Still be in. We talked about it. Hopefully he could spin up some from those great folds, and he is now six-handed in a decent spot and some real hands here down the row. Paul and invites the
One
shove.
with gold, yeah. He's so close. Sixes here is not like he's palm shoving. Juan can still have some pairs to flat, like sevens, eights, nines. He doesn't want to play a big pot against Jans, but sixes I think it's fine to shove here for sure.
All right, ace 10 going to open up here. And no real resistance, although deeper stack now. Jack 5 suited. Going to call and hit a pretty big. We're getting some action boards. No doubt about that.
Wow. What a combo for Juan as well. Open-ended and not backdoor flush draw. Let's see if he's checking to realize his equity on the river.
Yeah, making a lot of notes. This has been a fun final table for sure.
Yeah,
I'm very, very happy with this play today.
Me too. I'm very happy to be here and commented a final table like this. A lot of interesting scenarios.
Another big pot. I mean, this is all of a sudden going to put our friend in a new conversation here if he can get to a showdown. I mean, Jack 5 suited, the board pairs, doesn't feel like a spot to go for it. Juan just says, all right, let me check back. Ace 10, I guess some 10Xs he beats. And either way, he just decided not a good board to go for. And now all of a sudden, Austria 1-2 and Juan with 2.5 in third. A couple short stacks here.
Will be interesting to see Johannes against Jans in a heads up because I know they are close friends as well. So will be a nice battle from two great minds. And Jans with open call here. Sevens.
And yeah, 10s to 7s. This is a nice spot for Super Solid, who has, again, he's played that way. And he is going to go ahead and get the double. And again, new situation going all of a sudden. No one is that short where it's critical now. So Pedro is your short stack tied with Karma and a cat who has, again, not really. I feel like Karma, have we even seen him? I don't think he's had one like really tough decision. He's just kind of been going along. I can't think of any hands that stand out for him.
Just chilling. He had a jam earlier with sixes, but when you don't have cards, you don't play, right?
Yeah, I mean, in some respects, less stressful, right? He's watched some other people get out of the way. He's still okay. He's not critically short, but he's not really had to get put to the test. What would you do with the sixes in that spot with the raise and the king queen? You like just taking the
Yeah, I will go for it as a bottom. I think deuces to fives I will call. But with sixes, I think it's totally fine as bottom to go with it.
Interesting size there with the 9, just sort of polarizing, looking like, hey, if you got something, it might be hard for you to fold if I don't have a 9, but he did, and he does pick it up. I do notice that's the thing that separates the best on here too. It's the sizings, right? They just seem to know what to do, how to get the most value in spots, and how to make, you know, the right size on bluffs, and what to charge people where they know they probably can't fold, and if they're going to call anyway with certain hands, why not get more? So that is something we just see to be a theme with the guys that just guys and girls that are the top players. But yeah, it's
Nice limp
been a
here.
very special show again.
Even if he's chip leader, he realized that ace 4 suit can be a limp here for sure. So he doesn't want to make a big pot with out of position with ace 4 suit against a good player. Now I think Jans will go for value as a half pot, and Juan just a call mostly. Not much to do here. River, it's interesting again.
Yeah, scary board for the ace. I mean, top pair, but a lot going on. Jack now.
Juan can have some jacks. He will go for a small blocking bet. Is Juan gonna transform his hand into a bluff here? No.
Good sturdy blocker bet there. Made a could have had some tough decisions there. It does get through, and ace queen suited now. I mean, I'll be honest. Karma, I just feel like hasn't got a hand. I guess sixes. Yeah. I just don't feel like he's ahead. Has he had one premium, like even ace queen suited or tens or nines? I don't know if he's even at nines.
Easy decisions for him.
Yeah.
Waiting there patiently. Pedro as well had some hands. Had some sick hands.
Yeah.
Let's see if super solid will flat against button. You don't love to defend offsuit connectors here as ICM. So in ICM scenarios, we need to fold a lot of offsuit connectors. So I really like super solid fold here. Karma gets just open fold this one. Let's see if Johannes will decide to jam or flat. Mostly I will just flat. King Jack suit is a very powerful hand that plays good post flop from big blind, and in the same time we dominate button range because button will open a lot of suited stuff here. So we dominate when we hit a flush, we can beat button queen 3 suited or what he's opening here as bottom Karma. Karma is hitting the 9 and we'll go for a value bet. Let's see what size now. Will it choose?
Big
A
bet.
nice 70%. Yeah, take it down. Yeah, it's very nice to flat their King Jack. Also, you've seen that he's crashing the button range like King 9, King 10. But Karma was hitting the Karma there.
Yeah.
Do you believe in Karma?
I mean, I believe a lot about energy, and just being, give what you kind of, I guess you could call it that. I believe in doing the right things and good things happen. Also a big believer in luck is when preparation meets opportunity, that type of thought process. But yeah, I believe in being a good person and doing your best. And, I definitely, I like energy. I'm a high energy guy for sure.
Yeah, you're with the flow, I know.
Yeah, flow, baby. You know that. So that's a rhetorical question. You know my answer. But yeah, I'm all about it for sure. What, and you?
Yeah, same. Be hardworking and things will go well.
Yes.
Be a good person, hard work, yeah. And have a balance. Which is very hard to find this day, to have all balanced.
It's true. That is very true. And I'll tell you, this is a tough spot. Finally, Karma, we're just saying, doesn't get any spots, nothing really
Pedro.
good. And now Pedro, who's been bobbing, ducking, diving, weaving, he is gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
Six-handed to avoid this. I mean, it's just the stacks, the thing that you can be tight, you can be correct, you can play post flop, but certain stacks and depths in hand
just an easy
quality are just unavoidable. And this is just all in a call. And he is now going to need to get some luck, or it will be Karma and a cat that is going to be in a decently strong position. Kings to ace king needs one card only. It's a river, and we see the percentages. It is very, very much so grim, and
doesn't get there.
Getting the respect from everyone at the table. I think they've gotten to see a little bit of what he's done and how he did ladder up. So again, some days it's just not your day. This was his exit was coming. It just depended when, and he did ladder a few spots, making some heroically. I don't want to say heroics, but just great folds. He made great folds, great decisions.
Claps for Pedro, yeah.
Yes,
amazing,
all around. That is
amazing player.
Give a well played final table there. So that is very much so. To the delight of everyone remaining, 5 left. We will queue up the giveaway as well with the keyword here coming up in a bit, as we see over 1,200 watching right now. Appreciate everyone being on. You can hit the thumbs up. That's the first part of the giveaway if you're enjoying the show, of course. Myself, Jeff Gross, along with Razvan Belea, who is in the mix, and he is, again, fresh off $1 million score live winning EPT Paris and streams on Twitch, YouTube as well. Can check out his content. We're having a good time today. We'll play to a winner, and we will get a giveaway for you guys going here as well, which will either be $50 or $100, whether it's one of his players he selected in the draft or mine. We got a dinner on the line. We got the hands up pinned on YouTube. You guys can enter and guess the winning hand today, what you think the specific suits is. I said 5 of heart, 5 of diamond. I even clicked the link. I put my guess in. Hope Razvan did as well. And we also on my Twitter, Jeff Gross. You got it? You got your guess in?
Yeah.
Did you get the retweet out on my Twitter?
No, that I need to do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but if you want $50 for free, you could be eligible, and also let your audience know on Twitter that you're live and crushing commentary at the biggest final table in the world running right now. You could do it, could get it going.
I'm not using Twitter so much because European don't use Twitter that much, but yeah.
X, right? X.
It's been... Repost. Yeah, I did it.
All right. Well, there you go. Appreciate it. And Karma, just like that, he is in. The cat is back. He has got himself a lot of suited queens here. Ace queen suited, queen deuce suited, queen 5 suited, ace queen suited with the hammerlock on the hand, no backdoor flushes even. Queen 5 suited gonna bow out, likely a super small bet with such a range advantage here. Probably quarter pot, 20%, just gonna make it small. Goes and fires, takes it down, and he is in the game. And you know what? This was we thought this might just be a 2-horse race where everyone gets whittled down, but now there's been doubles and some chip ups, and here we got a game now. All of a sudden, it is a 5-way battle. Even Super Solid, who has got almost 20 bigs, just under, plenty of play himself. So Lot to play for. Anyone's game. One part of the Mingus didn't have a cakewalk here for sure, and Jan's Aaron still holding the chip lead down.
I think Queen Deuce it's a raise here. I usually do it too. We don't really want to play with Queen Deuce post flop as a checking back. So we need to have some bluffs to raise there. Jacks, 4 Jans, and will be just a 3-bet. It's interesting if he, what size is he choosing? He's just inducing. He might get a walk karma here. Not for
10-4. Roger that. Karma's a cat. I don't think Juan. I don't know if Juan has a walk in his dictionary. If there's a one hand, he might.
Yeah.
Well, this guy is just a battler. He knows. I feel like he feels like he knows every board, flop, texture, situation. Here he comes in limp, firing out. Even 10-3, right? Super strong flop, but not an easy hand to play, especially when you could face several streets of aggression, some fives, some deuces, some other hands, and he is just going to come out and take a little tag at him here.
Nice.
Yeah, well played.
He thought,
Not afraid.
he thought that Juan will raise most of his a6, so he felt comfortable raising there. Ace 10 suit for Juan, and we'll see folding. Nines against King Jack suit. Let's see if Karma decides to flat or 3-bet.
King Jack suited, one of those just powerful looking hands. He does flat. I mean, definitely could 3-bet. What do you prefer in this particular spot?
I think flatting is the way to go. Also, Juan will open quite a lot, and we play post flop with him in position. And we don't really want to 3-bet fold, right? Good combo like King Jack suit. If we want to do it as a 3-bet bluff, we can do King Jack offsuit. Because we want to realize our equity with our suited hands. So we want to flat here. In button and cutoff, we'll have a lot of flatting, but in general, in final tables with ICM, in other positions, we don't have too much flatting.
Wow.
Ooh, wow. I think Karma is realizing that Jans can have a 6 here, since he's defending from big blind. Let's see if Jans will lead here. Yeah, he does that. He realizing also that he have a lot of 6-6, and this time he does. In the same time, it's pretty hard to find some bluffs to lead here, right? I mean, what are our bluffs here? Is not any flush.
Yeah, I guess just 4-5, 5-7, 5 deuce, some gut shots, and then
some gut shots, and basically that's it.
The bet and the call, King Jack shrinks up a lot. He is going to come on and check and call and come behind, but this is now Jan's actually the 4-5. That's one of the obvious, most likely semi-bluff that actually comes in on the river. When he gets called in 2 spots on the 6th turn, I mean, he's got to be a little worried a little bit somehow. Like at the same time, not many 6Xs are going to be in as played.
You've seen that they all seen that Jans bluffed Johannes in that spot with 4-5. So now they are thinking, okay, Jans is bluffing a lot. So that's why I think Juan here calls 9s, right? He realized that Jans can have bluffs in scenarios like this, and he's going for a huge size here. Let's see if Karma will fold this one. And I think I will find a fold here. Especially because the deuce is completing also his bluffs, like 4-5. Nice fold, Karma.
Whoa, some real hands here too.
Karma will just open. Let's see Johannes how will perceive with the 9s.
Yeah, Jan's up to 5.
You don't really want to 3-bet call 9s, right? You're not loving your life when you 3-bet and Karma shoves. So I think flatting is the best way to do it in a final table. Jans with a 3-bet, and they both know that Jans will have a lot of squeezing in this spot from small blind. Let's see if Johannes will flat or shove.
I don't. He can't shove, can he? I mean,
yeah.
He's got 3 million. He's in second.
Yeah.
He's gonna call or fold it. I mean, honestly, the sick part is that when you call, you're just like, man, you just buckle up. You're like, is he really gonna take this spot? Is he really just gonna come at it and
nice fold there? Very disciplined, Johannes. How much he made
sec.
it?
Take over for 1 sec. Be right back.
Sure. It's only you and me, guys. Juan with the limp. Let's see if Juan will decide to limp shove this hand. Just a limp call. I think ace-8 I like mostly to raise fold in this scenario. I want to have some aces to raise fold here. And I will put something like a6 to ace-8 into my raise folding hands as a6. I will limp call something like ace deuce to ace-5. Limp shoving some ace-10, ace-jack. And raise call ace-queen off plus. I think we will see a showdown most often. Juan limped call in this spot, pre-flop. I was saying I like to raise a6 to ace-8 to have some raise folding. And limp call ace deuce to ace-5. But I think Juan wants to limp call more a6. And will be a showdown. Juan now from Chibiter, it's 4th in place. Jans with the a9 offsuit in cutoff, putting pressure on super solid. They can't do much, right? One can't do much, Karma can't. Wow, what an interesting.
My man, super solid shout out. It's my birthday. September 5th,
Super
9-5
solid.
suited, man. I love that. I love that. Love the tribute there. I feel like that's like that. This is what I love about poker. So he plays super
You
solid. His
don't
name's
expect,
super
yeah.
solid. He builds it up for the whole show just for a random, like, just shift gears, just go wild. Here he goes. Eights all in, 9-5 suited all in, risk premium the lowest, and picks up at 1.4. Blinds are up. He's got 20 bigs. He's getting some hands all of a sudden.
Just a random 9-5 suited. He built himself
Dan
a nice
Smith
image.
make that hand famous. Like there was a heads up 10K or WSOP or 25K during the summer, and I was doing the commentary. And I saw like he had like it was like 6 times in like 3 matches he would just go aggressive with 9-5 suited. I remember like looking, I was like, is this like a new solver? Is this one of the hands that just like attacks and finds like a bluff or why? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. Oh wow, and look at this. Jans just comes in with the medicine. And super solid. I mean, I think he's going to call 3 million pot. He's got the cards on his back. He's a favorite, a nice favorite. Good flop. Great turn. 1 card. Eights.
A queen or a king?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. 2, the queen as well. Oh, it's it looks
it's
safe.
A small one. Yeah.
It is safe and well played. Our friend super solid.
Wow. I like Jans shoving here against super solid limp. He did limp, right?
Yeah. I mean, this really tightens things. I mean, we're talking 2 million, 2.9, 2.7, 3.5, and Juan, who's always dangerous and in the mix. He's got 1.5. And he has got a interesting suited hand here for a 3x versus the small blind open. Does he want to get? He does get in there. Does want to see a flop suited hand in position.
I like his raise, yeah. The Jack 6. And we see a bet and fold, I think, mostly. Or Juan is thinking about something. Oh. Finally, Juan find a walk. 9-3 offsuit.
Yeah, Juan in different. I mean, is this guy super solid? Have had eights in about 6 hands. I think he's had eights 3 times.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Karma will limp call here mostly. And Super Solid decided to check back. I think he doesn't want to get limp shoved. And now Karma is in the lead. Check again, mostly. Super Solid might think that he's good here. And wants to protect a bit the eights.
Yeah, very wet board. I mean, a ton of straight draws, all kinds of stuff. This is about as wet a board as you can have, like multiple possible straights, flush draws come in. I mean, this is also a very connecting card, and eight's not going to love this. I mean, you just lose to a lot of random hands now.
Yeah.
Don't really see much other than check. Doesn't seem to make sense. So he does check, and Jack 10 off will pick it up. 2.3. Everything very tight. Very, very tight right now. Once we hit the 4-handed, I'll cue the giveaway. Again, the first, first part of the giveaway. Hit the thumbs up. 107 so far. Appreciate that. We got almost 1,200 watching right now. And again, we will have giveaways for you on the hands up. That is live. My Twitter is live. Jeff Gross Poker on Twitter, pinned. And then a $50 or $100 giveaway. It'll be either 50 in GG cash dollars if one of Razvan's players win it. It'll be 100 if one of my players win, which would be $100 if Jans wins, if Karma
Let's go, guys.
is the cat, or super solid win. We got our dinner wager as well. So a lot of action always here on the GG Millions, which we have got again today. King 6, Queen 7, both players with a pair. Your friend Johannes from Austria there has got himself a pretty good situation on this particular hand.
What you want for dinner?
Something good. Something good. High quality dessert, drinks +1, you know, the whole deal. You can bring a date, I'll bring my wife, and yeah, something solid. Airfare not included for the dinner. I don't know. I don't know where you normally. You said you spend how much a year do you spend in Romania? You go in and out. You're around.
A lot of the time I'm staying here and just travel around Europe, and during the summer in Vegas for WSOP, and that's it.
Very nice. How is the food in Romania?
Yeah, it's amazing. I really like the food. It's cheap as well. So yeah, I really like the food here.
Never been. Romania is definitely on my list. I know Jungle Man speaks highly of it. He spent a lot of time there. I don't know much about it. Daniel Negreanu, also Romania, right?
Yeah, his both parents were Romanian. Where they died. So he's basically Romanian, but all his life lived in Canada. So I don't know how much percentage he's considering himself a Romanian, but he knows to speak Romanian. And he's been here a couple of times.
Yeah, it's nice to have the #1 ambassador in the game, right? Representing the country, the #1 poker personality and ambassador, also the GG face, to be in there. I mean, Daniel really, it's impressive how he's stood the test of time. You know, I mean, he's been there from the beginning, and now he's playing the super high roller bowls. He's really been able to sort of morph into the modern day solvers and understand that, but then also have his own flair and style. And it's been cool to see him sort of remain at the top, not only just, you know, as content or ambassador, but also being one of the best players in the world still.
And doing the job. I mean, hard working, right? He thought that solvers are a good deal, so he put the work there. Seen him streaming quite a while. He started to stream again. Reda Haidar asked me if we never bluff 8-8 there. We don't need to. It's not a good combo to bluff. So we don't fold Karma from much. I think we are happy to show down. Also, river completes the flush there.
Ace-6 suited. Got a piece of the board there. Middle pair, nut kicker, backdoor nut flush draw does pick it up. And again, Karma has had a nice game plan, hasn't had to do a ton. He did get it in King's to Ace King in a nice spot, and he is at 2.5 million, sort of sitting right in the mix there. Third place at the moment. It's very close to super solid. I have another mystery hand coming up here shortly. Hope you guys enjoy that at home. Hope you're having a good time watching. Appreciate all of you that are engaged, that are saying hi. Let us know where in the world you are watching from. In the USA, we got Romania for Razvan, and I know we have a very international crowd here as the 3-9 off going to come and step in, and super solid. They're deep, right? This isn't just like a 15 or 20 blind limp jam, weak ace. This is sort of like, man, okay, how do I proceed?
I was saying I like to limp call ace deuce to ace 5 in these scenarios, so let's see if Super Solid will do the same or he will just thinking to, limp raising as a bluff. We've seen a lot of ace deuce as a bluff in this final table. Karma with an open here. Hello guys. Hello my Romanian viewers.
Yeah, Romania. We got some internationalness in the crowd here. Alberta, Canada, as well. But I think a lot of streamers from there. Kevin Martin, Jamie Staples, Matt Staples, sort of in that region. Very popular. Bulgaria, also a country I've never been to. Want to go? Heard great things.
We are neighbors, yeah. Just 2 hours from where I stay to Bulgaria.
I had a soccer
Our
coach
driving.
growing up from Bulgaria, Rocco. I always remember, and I think they were in the World Cup in '94 as well. I was like,
Also, Romania was, I think it was in the quarterfinals of the 94.
in US. It was in USA. That
Yeah.
yeah.
They played
I went to a game at the Silverdome in Pontiac, in Michigan. Pontiac Silverdome. I saw Sweden, Russia. I remember Martin Dahlin, this player, scored 2 goals like headers, and that was a great memory. I mean, I played soccer my whole life, so I was like, I was what, 8 years old, and going with my parents to the game there, and kind of at the time you don't realize, right, like how special going to the World Cup is. Like that, to have it. It hasn't, now it's back in the U.S. too, in the 2026. Be pretty
nice.
cool. Miami will have games, and
I would love to come there to see the World Cup there. Yeah, I think it will be amazing.
It's across 3 continents. I mean, they have Mexico and
oh,
Canada.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Be very cool. Big event.
Romania beat Argentina in '94. I just looked it up.
Oh wow.
So yeah, in round of 16, we met Argentina and we beat them 3-2.
Wow. Very, that's a big deal. Jan's here with.
We had an amazing team, yeah. I think you know Haji, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's great. Did he play in MLS towards the end of his career or something? I feel like maybe I'm mixing it up. I don't know.
No, I think last time played for Galatasaray for Turkey. Okay. In Turkey.
Galatasaray. Yeah, I've been to a game there. Pretty sick stadium, very passionate stadium here. We got a tough hand here. Talk me through this. Razvan, Jacks, 6'3".
Yeah, I think checking will be the way to do it here. Check something like tens and jacks, like 2 under a queen will be nice. Also, Jans is realizing that both can have a queen here, so we don't really want to value bet jacks here. Not much to extract value from, and we can see a river as well. Most of the times, let's see if he's deciding that jacks with the jack of club, it's a call, yeah. And now,
but wouldn't the jack of clubs hurt him? It's less likely his opponent's betting with the club draw, or no?
Yeah.
Still thinks it's good enough, and this is a problematic river because it's about the best river in the deck. Queen, you're already losing. Now the queen pairs. Less likely your opponent has a queen. 4-5 misses. Club draws misses. Jack 9 misses. Although you have jack. Also, the jack hurts the king jack, jack 9. So I don't know. It's super solid. Is he just going to risk? Is he just going to go for a bluff in this spot? He's got such a nice stack.
We are blocking queen jack.
Fascinating spot.
Yeah. I'm really curious what Super Solid have. I'm thinking if Super Solid can value bet a 10 here, he might, right? Jans can still have 8s or 9s. Maybe
I'm going to say I would fold. I just feel like this player in this spot's not bluffing. I don't like having the jacks and the club, right? You have one. I mean, you're blocking so much of the bluffs.
Maybe we call the other jacks without a club, with jacks without a jack of club. It's more better in this spot to not have a club for sure. In the same time, it's not just an easy fold, since Super Solid can have some bluffs and some 10x, like ace 10, extracting value from some king 10, jack 10.
Let me, real quick, what do you do? Call or fold, and then we can talk more about it. I don't see Jans in the tank very often.
I think I would fold. I think with jack of club, I think I would fold and call jacks without having the club. But it's close. Sometimes.
Honestly, the 2 jacks is so brutal, though. Like, you block so many of the bluffs, man. And I just don't think this player, he's been so quiet. He's worked so hard. He's just going to shell 740 here on the river. He's got 2.4 million.
You've seen him with 9-5 suited there, so
that's true.
He's having something.
This is why I love this game. I'm folding. I got a
Yeah.
feeling I might get shown a bluff, and that's why I stay in the booth.
Oh,
It's
the bluff.
safer here. This is if he shows me a bluff, I'm hitting the books. I'm taking it. I'm not until the WSOP live at the Bahamas. I'm going to play live poker. I'm taking a break. If he's got a bluff here, I need to sit down and reevaluate things.
He might have a 10, which is not a bluff, right?
He calls. He's got it, right? Go!
Yeah, the bluff.
I need to walk away. This guy, you're right. The 9-5 suited Jan's Aaron's, man. I am not messing with you, brother. That is a hell of a call. He has got literally one of the worst. I mean, yes, jacks on a queen board. Okay, that's nice. But the jack blocks those king jack 9, and that is a hats off to him, man. He makes the call, and again, that is world class stuff, man. Kudos, cheers, bravo, all of those things, man. Poker is amazing.
You've seen that the other guy had the king jack of hearts. That's why it's better, and I think Jans will call faster if he doesn't have the jack of clubs, because Super Solid can have king jack of clubs, which is.
I'll tell you what, Super Solid's about to be on a joyride here with an all-in. I mean, this is like gotta be. It's like we're 5-handed. He's got jacks, the raise, 3-bet. They've been going crazy. And Juan now at risk, but a huge pot, 2.4 million. Classic ace king jacks. Jacks are ahead, 3-1 favorite through the flop. To the turn, Juan is not used to this. Coming from behind, one card to come. Can he dig it? He is not going to connect, and that is going to be a knockout. Good games all around. The respect, you can just feel it. He demands it. He gets it. He will take his 5th place. Another nice score, 100 on the dot. Nice when it's not just like 98. Add a 6-figure to the collection, and we will have a new GGMillion champion today as we are 4-handed. I'm going to queue up the giveaway. Let's take a quick look. You have Johannes. Is that it? Is it me? Yeah. I'm taking. Wow. I'm gonna start looking at Romania cuisine. If I do take a trip there, I might save it for there. And I'm looking good. Not over, but 3-1 in terms of players. And I got like what 5, 7.5, 10.5 million to 2.5 million. See, feels safe, but I've seen a lot happen before. And that's your friend, you said, Johannes? You know him?
Yeah, I know both Jans and Johannes. Actually, I've spoke a bit with Jans today and wish him good luck. I met them both in Vegas this year. Nice guys. And Johannes,
you gotta have the thumbs up click to be eligible. 118 so far. About 10% of you have the thumbs up click. That's pretty crazy. Come on, guys. It's not hard. Maybe you don't even have it clicked, Razvan. I had to remember to click it myself. But 1,140 watching right now. I hope you're enjoying where you're enjoying in the world. And we will play to a winner. We're 4-handed. I'm going to key the giveaway here in a second, which will be GGPoker, Razvan, and then your GGPoker username. That will be the way to enter. So there you go. That's it to enter for a $50 or $100 ticket. It'll be GGPoker space Razvan space enter your GGPoker username. And that is what's going on as we see ace king suited, king 10 suited, Super Solid. I mean, man, he's showing us some moxie as well. The 9-5 suited, the limp with 8s, showed us some game, showed us some definite ability.
He was solid until one point. That's why poker is so. And he's doing the check raise. He's having some tricks in his arsenal, right? Yeah. He knows that Jans will put pressure there on him, so. Let's see if he's deciding to flat here force, which I do believe is fine to have a flat with force here. And Johannes with a 3-bet with a small a6 offsuit, take it down. a6 offsuit is doing the job done tonight as 3-bet comes. So many people are writing my name, never in my life. I had so many people writing my name there.
There you go. It's got it. That's get in there. Get good luck to everyone. We got the Twitter giveaway on my Twitter pin. That's a $50 cash, US dollars. Can send you a variety of different methods. We got the 50 or 100 sweat you're a part of if you're entering. And again, if you don't have a GGPoker username, give it to a friend. Maybe someone has one in a jurisdiction that you don't. You can give it to them. You can gift it to them. You can, you can do a lot of different things, but that is a way to be in. And then we also have the hands up, which was pinned on YouTube chat where you guessed the winning hand. I said 5 of hearts, 5 of diamonds. Got to get the suits. Someone did hit that jackpot. That is available. So 3 active giveaways, and then of course we have our own dinner sweat, which I feel good about, but I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't have a feeling it's going to be
not gonna be easy for sure.
It's never quite easy.
Johannes is quite a good player.
Yeah, hope you're having fun. If you're enjoying the show, again, you can hit the thumbs up. A little bit disappointed. Only 10% of you guys today. It's crazy. Let's get the thumbs up. It's not hard to do. Hope you're enjoying it. It's been fun. I've seen some very, very exciting hands. I'll say this. My time as so far on the GG Millions has been incredible. I've seen so many amazing calls, amazing bluffs, amazing moments, wild plays. We've seen so many different things, and it's like you almost it's hard to get surprised, but I feel like every show there's like some moment. It's like golf, like some great shot that comes out, or some hole in one, some just beautifully played or constructed situation, and that's what's cool about poker in tournaments, right? There's just you get different things. You get different players, different matchups, different situations that come about, even though it's a relatively similar game. And here, Karma gonna snap fold days 10.
Johannes doesn't have much time left. I mean, he's having only 5 seconds to act from what I see.
He's in there. He took the time. He made the right decision, but maybe a little too much time there. As we will see, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to play. Got to keep an eye. He has no time on that clock, meaning he has 5 seconds to act each decision. So that is worth noting. That he is.
Let's see, super solid 3-bets. Yeah, it's a good 3-bet as a bluff, especially against Jans.
Just want to look at Super Solid's resume. I mean, basically 400K in GG earnings. Comes in with 31 blinds today, so he was in like 7 of 9, relatively on the shorter side, sitting pretty nice. And again, not much activity. Never has played in the GG Millions. Never. He has a 400K in earnings on GG, so he's played a bit, but very impressive showing. And we will have a new GG Million champion today. I think they got to send trophies. I'm going to make that formal request. I want to see for the GG Millions, like you win a 10K buy-in, $250,000 plus to first almost every week. I feel like you should get a nice fat trophy awarded to you. And we do see a very prestigious event. Probably, I don't really know there's anything close to it weekly, quite like the GG Millions on the internet, with this type of prize pool, pageantry, the beautiful setup. And look at the mystery hand edition, which we're getting to see another one here. King 8 off in the big. We'll let our man Razvan take this and talk us
mystery
through.
Hands are I love them. Are so nice.
All right, King 8 off, call. Okay, top pair.
Super Solid will have a clear c-bet range in this spot against big blind, so he needs to bet his entire range. As a small size. 20% over there. And Karma with the top pair. Just a call. Keeping Super Solid bluffs in. Now it's interesting to see what Karma does against a second barrel. Because Super Solid can have a second barrel here, but no, it's just checking. And now Karma have a clear value bet on the river. Extracting value from some Queen X, some 10X maybe.
What do you like size here?
Half pot, I think it's fine.
It just feels like since it's a mystery hand, we're going to see something spicy, like a bet and a shove or something, like it just like, because at this point he's got, okay, yeah, so he goes a little bigger.
Little bit bigger. He doesn't have too many bluffs, I think, Karma. So Super Solid can find the fold here. Queen Jack will be close.
Wow.
Ooh,
I was just saying,
wow.
I wasn't expecting this. Of course, this is
Wow.
not a traditional line, but because it's a mystery hand, it made me think something's mysterious here. And this is,
I think Super Solid is having a bluff here. I will go for a bluff again.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I
Two
guess the
times
only
a
thing,
bluff in a row?
I mean,
Can
you
can
start
it
thinking
be?
about what are the hands that check back on the turn that don't that like are like maybe a jack nine or ace jack of spades, like that just have a hammer lock on the situation, and but like other than that, like yeah, I don't know. Or does he hit? What would he do with queen eight? Is he even going to raise with this sizing queen eight? Probably not. So
No,
like,
no,
what does he
no.
have for value?
For value, we will have ace jack, jack nine. I don't think he's raising straight. So I mean, sorry, I don't think he's jamming two pairs
Right.
because big blind can have straights. I don't think he's jamming sets, or maybe, but I think sets are mostly betting turn, right?
Right.
So if
Unless
he's
it's
having
eights,
queens,
exactly.
kings, tens,
And
yeah, yeah,
and we see the
and
king
we are
eight, so
blocking
that's
it.
unlikely.
Yeah.
I mean,
So he doesn't have sets. He doesn't have two pairs. He will have only straight or bluff.
and the thing is, if he has ace jack or jack nine, you would think he's betting unless it's with spades, exactly, right? Like, and does he open? I guess he has jack nine of spades. He opens four-handed
Yeah.
first in. So like, yeah, it's sort of like ace jack of spades, jack nine of spades, or I don't think he's checking. Does he check back ace jack with no spades in his hand? Does it? I think he would bet, right, to get the flush draw to call even.
Yeah. So that's why I'm inclined more that Super Solid is having a bluff here. He jumped pretty fast also, so it's another point here. Why is he jamming so fast if he's having a value hand?
This guy's like got levels to his game. I'm telling you, that makes me think he might have it. That he just looks bluffy, like he knows that he's, I don't know, man. This guy's tough. This guy's tough.
He's having a jack. Jack 10 with a bluff. Yeah.
He's having a bluff. Is correct.
I just felt it's a bluff here for sure. I mean, and it's easy to do it if we put his range, right? And we realize that he doesn't have two pairs to jump. He doesn't have sets to jump because he will bet a turn. Even like you said, the straights will bet there if it's not exactly jack nine or ace jack of spades. Big blind will have a lot of flush draws, so we want to extract value from those. So yeah, I think we can just fold on the river. But Super Solid is showing us that he's going for it with his bluffs. He's not here to play tight game.
Yeah, and that to me is always impressive when you see a very evident gear shift, because when you talk about a final table, you don't have long to realize that, right? Like in even a 30-minute delay, you might not get to see the showdowns. There's cards up, but like he's
nice
now
bluff
like
anyway.
quickly shifting, and you got people really guessing. And then you see a 9-5 suited random all in. You see bluff here and check raising, and now it's showing that this guy's got maneuvers, and he's also built up a pretty solid image, and his name's super solid. He's got it all working for him today. He's got the whole deal going. And he's got a strong flush on the river here too. But his opponent just doesn't have anything.
Yeah, I just felt it so fast there that Super Solid is going a bit with the bluffs there. And I was thinking about Jack 10 as a bluff. I think it's fine to have Jack 10 there as a bluff sometimes if we want to. But in the same time, it's a better bluff if it's not a flush draw out there, right? Because if it's a flush draw, we want to bet our straights on turn as well. So he doesn't have too many straights on the river. Jans, the chip leader, comfortably 4.5.
Yep. Forehand, of course, worth noting that the hand strengths are much more powerful, right? You get hard to get very premium hands. The ranges change dramatically from 8 or 9-handed poker with what you're dealt, and also just the fact that it's button, small blind, big blind, and then under the gun is the cutoff. So gonna see more opening, more going for it. We see Jans Ahrens, who is Jack 4 suited. I mean, the Robbie, I feel like people just more like to play Jack 4 now, but not going to play the Jack 4 suited in this spot. A couple real hands, Ace 10, Ace 2 suited and super solid. Let's see if he goes with the limp here or decides to start raising with this scenario. And very tight.
I like starting with a limp here, I think. Use it as a limp shove, especially against a guy like Johannes that will raise a lot from big blind against a limp.
What's up, Burnsy23? Good to see you. A lot of familiar faces. Appreciate everyone saying hi, stopping in today, entering the giveaway. Burns, you got a couple giveaways available if you're just joining us. You got the Twitter, Jeff Gross Poker pin. You got the hands up, which was available. I don't believe it's up right now, but it's still good. That link to get until heads up play today if you want to guess on that. And then what else? We have got the $50 or $100, which is, again, enter the keyword, which is GGPoker space Razvan space your GG Poker name or another person if you don't have a jurisdictional name available. And Johannes, like I said, never easy. 600 in the middle. He's got a hammer on the hand. Almost no way he's going to fold unless somehow some like 10 or jack, queen of diamonds comes. And even then, I don't know if there's ever going to be a scenario where he's going to be getting off the hand. So as it stands, he's in good position. He's got time bank situation. He's going to blow it up here.
Yeah, and, I'm not sure if I love the bet too much here, but I think it's fine sometimes to bet ace 10. I will mostly check call.
Yeah.
Nice hand for Johannes, who is getting close to, now he's second in chips. My guy. They all have a guaranteed of 128,000, so they are in a 6-figure score now. Do you think we see a chop? It's a chop allowed, by the way?
Chop not allowed. This is a GGMillion, same as live. There is a very much so like leaderboard tracking, how many entries, profitability, very official stuff. It's not, there's no deal making in this format, which is cool in some respects too, to have really nice. Just a pure form of poker. Who wins? Who's got the best results at the end of the year? And a good spot here for Karma is a cat. Has got a set on the queen 9-5 and king 10 off with the key spade, decides to check. Board gets a little dicier, but still set pretty powerful here.
Johannes needs to act very fast, only 5 seconds behind. He will need to think so fast now. Getting into time. Just an easy call turn, and will be interesting river if Johannes can find a fold here. I think Karma will go for a big size here. I really like to go for a big size. But let's see how big will go Karma.
Yeah, Bert actually nice fold.
What
Didn't
a
think
snap
long.
fold. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, Bert Stevens was a guest on here as well. A little run good booth magic. That's a real thing. He was on a guest earlier this year on the GG Millions, and he did take down the WSOP main event for over $2.7 million on stream, mind you. I mean, that's going to be a Twitch moment that's going to be hard to top ever for the man hailing from Belgium. That was quite a performance to win last week.
I guess we see him fold. The blinds are up.
Yeah, it's going. It's moving. It's that time. Sort of that sweet spot on the show where we see great players find their way with healthy stacks and blinds keep going up. That is one of the functions of a tournament that make it move because some of these guys are just too good. We saw the queens fold, the tens fold on the river 9-high board correctly. So like at some point you got to push the blinds up or else people just, they're playing too good and no one wants to go home.
Johns with a value bet. I played a lot with Karma as well. He's playing a lot on GG.
Yeah, Carmen's a sin. Also over 2 million in GG earnings. Came in with 37 big blinds, sort of a little bit, just around middle, I'd say middle stack today. There was 37, 38,
How
39
many
blinds in the middle.
How many GG millions did he played?
For millions, let's see. I'm looking here. Not a lot. Nothing season 1, season 2. Interesting King 5 suited laying down the hammer there. Season 2, 18 appearances, only 1 cash. So a pretty rough stretch in season 2 for Carmen. And then season 2023 here, 3 appearances and 1 cash. So, it's played a fair amount. Hasn't really had the success in the GG Million. So it's interesting if he can capitalize here. That's a funny part, right? You can have one. It doesn't take much to get profitable, right? You hit like one big top 2, 3
and
score,
that's it. Yeah,
and you're back. But yeah, he's definitely had a rough go here with the millions being in for like 20 something appearances, and
so he's basically close to be break even in this.
Yeah.
Nice 3-bet bluff. We've seen a lot of a6 offsuit going so well. The final table. Super solid with the open, and I guess Karma will just shove it in or flatting. I think I like shoving in this scenario where I know that Super Solid is playing quite a lot of hands and he's opening quite a lot. Ajax offsuit I think is performing pretty good as a shove against cutoff. 20 blinds. Ajax suited on the other side. I might flat because as before we are crushing cutoff range, and we can flop flashes when cutoff will flop lower flashes. And I think it's just a check, and super solid take it down.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, I guess shoving, calling off a three is not a guarantee, but would have been interesting, and maybe just a pickup, right? The ace jack would have just picked up the pot instead, loses a bit of chips, so a little variation on what outcomes are there. As we see another pair fours, small blind, big blind, four-handed, pocket fours, 24 big blinds. So probably we saw the eights check back was a completely different scenario. Here may just get aggressive.
Let's see super solid if he's raising or shoving.
Yeah, all in makes sense.
Yeah.
Very tight. Jan's comfortably in the lead. Basically double. It's actually double everyone else, right? There's 2.5, 2.5, 2.8, and then he's got 5. And he's got himself a potential flip here. And a interesting scenario with the ace queen suited forehand. It's a lot of hand. It's a lot of hand to just, call. You could see maybe ace queen off calling, possibly, but even so, forehand in this spot, I think you're just going to see a pop. And man, Jan's with the goods here.
Yeah. I think Johannes is gonna 3-bet call mostly, but yeah, he's not loving it. Yeah, just a big flip here.
And they're all in. Ace queen to jacks. We got ourselves a spot here. Can't believe the turn. Sweaty 6.3 million in the middle, and it is clean. Jans Aren's gonna knock it out. I'm gonna lock up the dinner, my man. Woohoo!
Good game, Johannes. I owe Jeff dinner now. He's trying to close the door to his kid. Oh, let him in. Let him learn some poker. I was saying, let him in. let him learn some poker here.
Yeah. No, it's a danger. I had to say, I got a friend over. I wasn't gonna win that battle to not open it. I had to say hello. But yeah, we're three-handed. I don't think I've ever had this big of a blowout. I'm definitely taxing you for dessert, drinks, the whole deal. On this one, we're gonna have a nice dinner. This was a clean sweep with, I mean, look at, there's literally 7, 9, 10, 12 million chips to zero remaining. The Razvan, we got to work on your selection committee.
Yeah, you have all three. Yeah.
And the audience is going to win $100. I'm going to announce the winner soon. Last chance, hit the thumbs up. Type in GGPoker space Razvan space your GGPoker username, and we will play to a winner here.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. And the tweet. Maybe you get unstuck with the Twitter giveaway. It's possible. You did tweet it. I see it. You got a shot. Pin Twitter, Jeff Gross Poker, guys. Good luck out there. 60 so far, 50 retweets. And I'm impressed with the play today. This would be, if you want to like lock in, review hands with friends, talk about poker, some really interesting hands, really interesting folds, and really interesting bluffs too. Some really full bit of the spectrum here.
This is top tier class. This is top tier poker, right? They are top tier players, so we see top hands. Let's see Jans. Yeah, Jans is just opening any two basically in this spot. He can put a lot of pressure now. Very comfortable with 82 bigs. And super solid will get a walk. I remember myself having this big chip lead in the last three. So nice to have a big chip lead in last three.
Yeah. And it's nice when the stacks are, he's got them lined up right where he wants them. You know what I mean? He's got them like,
locked, yeah.
it's nice, very nice. So rare to have it. Now he's just deciding aggression is king. He's going to have some weaker hands too. King Jack off, by no means a bad hand there, but he's going to be able to get away with some much wider shoves and situations. And here, Queen 5 suited going to go for the min raise, not the jam. Ace 6 off, kind of an awkward one.
Yeah. But he's still going to 3-bet fold this one, which I don't mind it at all. Nice hand, Karma. And now Karma is second in chips.
Yep. Karma 2.4 got himself a playable hand here. Ace 8 goes for a little extra meat than a min raise. And Queen 8 going to call. Problematic flop for Jan's. Got a connection. Hard to make a pair null and hold 'em. We talk about that often. Ace 8, Queen 8, middle pair, nut kicker, wet board. Lot going on. Straight draws, flush draws, the whole deal. And he is going to be for sure getting at least called here. I can't imagine any other play than call.
Call and check again. Check calling again. I will be second barrel here with ace 8. I think we extract value from weaker 8x. Jans can have some flush draws out there. So I think I will put second barrel. Yeah, nice.
I like that too. My only thought is that do you think Jans with the weak flush draw there would maybe check raise or put a lot of pressure on there, or no?
No, I think he will play quite often check call with weak and quite often check raise with better flush draws. Like
yeah, maybe Queen X plus like a over.
Yeah. And also some combo draws like 9-10 suit, Queen 9 suit. But in the same time, he will have a lot of 8x as well. And 9-10, he will have quite a lot of hands to check all again turn, so we can put comfortably second barrel.
Queen 10, King 8 off, call. Queen flops again, just kind of going his way in position. Best hand now after the flop. King 8 needs a lot of help.
An easy c-bet here and taking it down quite often. But we've seen Super Solid doing some tricks there. Let's see if he's doing it again. He's not falling king high yet. He knows that Jans will c-bet his entire range on this flop, so he's thinking that his king high can be good. Jans can have basically a lot of hands that king high is beating. Second barrel for sure, I like it. And can continue. Ace queen, but they don't have anything, so we see two quick folds.
Yeah, super solid. Getting a little short now. Ace King, what the doctor orders to get back in it, but no, I guess, yeah, if he raises, there's 4-6 suited. Call.
Maybe, yeah.
It's got potential. 4-6 suited. Ace King. Got no diamond. Has got a very powerful starting hand. Decent flop.
Let's see if
Karma
Karma
doesn't
is
want to
doing.
just rifle over chips to super solid at the same time.
Yeah,
Does have some
yeah.
backdoors.
I think I really like it. I think we want to have some check raise, which are not the 7x. So if we want to raise a 7x here, we need to find some bluffs, and I think bluffs are coming exactly from this part of our range. Some backdoors with both straight and flush draws. And now I think we just give up on a queen that completes a flush. Super solid can have a flush here.
Yeah, or do you go
But
for
let's
like
see.
290 or 270, like, you know, a hand like ace jack or eight, I mean, I guess
Yeah,
ace king.
some ace king without diamond, some ace jack.
But yeah,
But
I think you're
on a
right.
queen, it's it's more tough when completes the flush draw, and also it's a queen. Now it's interesting because now Karma might bluff this combo.
Jan's just observing, saying, "Who am I going to play heads up?" That's what he's thinking.
Nice bet by Karma here. And super solid. Can't do much. Very nice hand for Karma here. I really liked his entire line here.
Karma playing above the rim. Gonna rip it. Queen 5 suited gets pretty close off this stack size. We gotta remember it's like 9 blinds. Pretty close.
I think Queen 7, Queen 8. Because we are flipping more with the small pairs, right? Queen 5 with block 5s. Not doing great against 6s.
And a all in. This is a super interesting one where you just leverage the short stack and get a hand such as that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to fold a lot stronger than ace 4 off as well in that spot.
A pay jump is worth 50k here, so Jans can put a lot of pressure on Karma. He can open fold easy against Super Solid, keeping him in the game, right? Keeping him short in the game. And put a lot of pressure on Karma. This is how I would approach last three here. And Super Solid is in trouble here. Yeah, and a snap call by Jans.
Ace jack
we might
suited.
see a heads up if 5 doesn't get there.
Ooh, heart, sweat.
And the hearts.
A chance, and it is a diamond four. And we will be heads up. Karma
Good
versus
game.
Jans, and a 9 million chip stack versus a little under half. 210 guaranteed for the players. Nice score there. 164 for super solid. Really well played. Very strong players today. And there, look at that money, the beautiful fan looking out there on there, what the players are playing for. We've had a quick heads up last week. Let's see what we get this week as King 7 suited, 3 nines of hearts. I'm going to announce the winner here very shortly. Last chances to hit the thumbs up and get your keyword in there. Good luck to everyone in the Twitter. Jeff Gross Poker pin tweet. Again, $50 cash that is available. It's like 52 of you so far, and we will announce the winner. Hands up. I got 5 of hearts, 5 of diamonds. You got your guess in as well for the hands up promotion today. That will be eligible again next week. It's a jackpot, goes up every week, and 3 9 of hearts comes in telling a story. Karma, and I like Karma. I think, you know, Jan's so powerful, such a force in the industry, but this guy looks up for the task. Karma is a cat, looks capable.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing. Man, I don't know why I didn't pick Jans, because I was rooting for him. I spoke to him today, wishing him good luck, and I hope he wins it, but I don't know why I picked. You induced me to pick the guy with the with the biggest stack, right?
Yeah, honestly, if I well, just this first strategy in that spot because it's first pick or second and third, and the first and second were so close. I think it would have been better to give me the first pick and then take second and third. You know what I mean? It was actually in this particular day, like a pretty big advantage to go second. So you won the
Second
flip,
and
but you
third
took
is yeah.
you
Second and
took
third is the best way to do it because you can pick twice and
Yeah, well, I mean that depends on the stack sizes and who's there, right? But yeah, in this case, because I think one part of the Mingas and Jans are so talented and close that
yeah,
the fact that they
yeah,
were like chip leader tied or close to it, that yeah, you get 2-for-1 kind of deal. But hey, as it stands, you're a good guy and you're gonna host me to a nice dinner, and it's all good, man. It's a win-win.
for sure,
We're gonna have a good
anytime.
time either way. So we are gonna get to see who comes away with the lead. It is looking Jan's very favorable at the moment, but it is, again, it's heads up, one hand, and he got the chip lead for Karma. So a lot of poker left. Can be one hand or
So
1 hour.
only 30 blinds for Karma now. And we will see a check. You need to learn me how to do a giveaway on YouTube because I'm doing also giveaways on my channels of streaming, but I never knew how to do it on YouTube. On Twitch was easy because I can just put the bot to do it.
Hold on, happy to do it. Sorry, Mike. Can you hear that noise there? You can hear the background, right?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah, they got some friends over doing some. Yes, big boy.
We see a 3-bet with queens, and Jans is not going anywhere with 10-6 suited, defending his opening position. I think queens wants to c-bet here, but Karma is going for a check. Playing slowly the queens with the queen of heart.
Apologize, got to mute it here for a second.
No worries.
Yeah, heads up poker always so interesting. I mean, it's so hard to get a pair. I mean, this is again when the board bricks out like this, hearts, flushes miss, straights misses, queens, lose to a king, but you beat a lot. And this is also where I think you can, again, you're blocking a lot of the stuff that he has, but also you target such a 10. This is a great bet. And he's gets snap
Yeah,
called.
and a snap call, yeah. Nice hand, Karma. Now they are getting more close. It's a real battle here. Karma with a Gatti and Jans with a flush draw. Let's see if Jans decides to check call or check raise. This combo is going for the check raise. Karma calling with the gutter. It was a dead Karma on flop and raised by Jans. Jans going for the check raise. Karma didn't go anywhere. Now, I think Jans is going for another check raise here. But Karma is having a free river, but in the same time with 8 high, he can't win. So he's going to try to bluff it. It will be interesting if Jans will go for the second check raise with huge equity here. Open-ended and the flush draw. Yeah. I knew Jans is going for the second check raise. Very nice hand.
Yeah, this is, oh, wow. The biggest pot I ever lost in my life was King 10 to fours in a WPT three-handed. I flopped a set all in pre. I flopped a set of fours on Jack 8. It was Jack 8 4, two hearts, and they had King 10 off, and I had fours. I flopped the set, and it got runner three-handed. It was a big WPT. Would have been heads up, chip lead, and I lost that. I'll never forget that hand. That one stands out with me, man. How many entries were in the EPT you won?
1.7.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that was a WPT Montreal. It was like they expected like 400 people and they got like 1,200. It was the first ever big one there in like 2012 WPT Canada. But that yeah, man, there's nothing like getting deep in a tournament, getting down, heads up now. It's so hard to get there, you know. And then even then, like a Super Bowl to actually win, you know, like you might only get how many opportunities in your life to do it. You know, you got kids and you got work and life and things happen. Like just to be there in the moment playing and be on a foreign soil, that's got to be quite a feeling. You took down 1.2 million, and we are seeing Ace 8 high gonna get called. Ace King
called by Ace High.
Ace High, good
nice
call.
value bet. Nice value bet, yeah.
Yeah. How was your heads up match? Was it long? Was it tough? Was there deals? Was it?
It wasn't. Yeah, we weren't allowed to chop it, so we didn't do any deal. But it was pretty fast. I had a big chip lead, and yeah, I think around 1 hour, 2 hours maybe. But it was very, very nice, the entire tourney.
That's awesome. Yeah. Again, nice to win. Nice to get it done. All right, I'm going to select the winner here shortly. Any moment, guys, I'm going to pick who wins the $100. Actually, it's not 50 or 100. It's 100. You got to hit the thumbs up on the video here, and then you got to type GGPoker space Razvan space your GGPoker username or friends if you do not have one. As we did see threes to deuces, a little too deep to get it in. He did hit a set. And King 7-9-3, both players with the pair.
I hope sooner or later I will be here as well. You commentating me this final tables? Step by step.
I like your chances. I'll tell you the booth magic. I've noticed it for WSOP. I've noticed it live online. I mean, it's happened a lot here, a lot. Like Mike Watson and Sergio Edu came on, Ado, and he came on and like 2 weeks later, he won the 5K Hard Rock for like $1 million. I mean, obviously these are world-class players, including yourself. Can't take like, oh, you come on the show, you win something. It's like because of that. But I will say, you know, I've noticed some good form after this, and it does help. It's like a forced study session. You get to see stuff, makes you think, wow, like, all right, I get tens. It's not just like, all right, let's get it in and whatever. Or queens.
If I'm playing the same or not. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. King 6 A6 A6 in the lead. And again, well, such a great audience here too. We have such loyal. I see so many familiar faces each week and some new ones as well. So I appreciate everyone tuning in, watching. I know it's late in a lot of parts of the world over in Europe and in other areas. So we do appreciate you being on here. And the team, man, the team at Korea, South Korea. I was just at the offices a few weeks ago in South Korea. Got to see the operations, but it's early. It's 6:30 in the morning there right now. They're there doing the show. Been there since the middle of the night. So I was in Asia for 3 weeks doing the show every morning at
nice.
3:45 Eastern. It was 3:45 in the morning for 3 weeks in a row. I did the show there, and I was tough. But they're there every week, putting in the effort and the time and make sure things are smooth and giving us those beautiful mystery hands as well, which is always fun.
I love Korean food. My wife loves everything about Korea.
Me too. Me too. Great people, great, there. Very friendly, great food. Yeah, very, very fun to go there. Highly recommend. Jack 9. Karma's a cat. I'm telling you, Jans Aarons, how could you bet against this guy and his resume? But I'll say this guy, I feel like Karma's a cat. He's a capable. He's willing. He's able. He's got the tricks. He's willing to go for it. He's got just the right amount of poise, but also aggression. And he is chipping away here, making it close to level as he gets ace-7 on the button. Going to go ahead and play this hand. And actually advantage as well. Look at that clock. Razvan, 9 seconds. I mean, that could come into play here very, very quickly where he has no time bank as well, which is not easy. We have seen it a few times where the players run out.
He can't go into a time bank anymore. Nice size here. Over betting the turn.
Yeah,
You'll have some bluffs and some made hands.
It is attractive when you don't have any spade in your hand. You do have ace high, which could be the best hand. You have a have a draw as well to improve. There is some merit, but now the other part of this equation is this. This is a big brick, and wow, Queen 9 decides not to go for it here. And 8-7 checks back, probably thinking less likely he's good when the check back comes, but it is the case. And are you surprised by the not? Oh, I guess he has no time, right, to think about it. He can't really think he's gonna bluff
but I think Jans realized that Karma will have a hand there when he's calling overbet, right? So what can he have if we are blocking the bluffs, right? And I think Karma will have a hand a lot of the time there. So, and the 6 is not too good to bluff, right? Because Karma can have a 6 for sure to call. So nice give up for Jans there.
Yeah, it's quite a treat today. Excellent stuff. I mean, this has been absolutely a pleasure. And ace 9 going for a bet here, and Queen 10 on the river. It's hard to have a pair. The king, not a great card either. It still pays it off, and Karma is now officially on his way. He is ahead of the curve with the chip lead 7.
Another hero call that didn't go well.
Yeah.
It's very hard when you block straight and you have a pair there. It's very hard to find the fold and no time bank, right? So Karma is still having 4 minutes to decide anything, so it's a bit more easy for him.
Yeah, he actually is incentivized to play quickly when he doesn't have when he can't too, right? Just because he wants to put the pressure on the guy. If it's not a decision, he just wants to click it over and make him have to think, not give him time while he's thinking. So that is this is an interesting dynamic. That 9 seconds been preserved for a while now for Jans. Well aware that he is in that danger zone.
I don't remember.
Again, he still has 5 seconds to think on each decision, so it's not like he's just no time, but it is no extra time.
Did Jan tank a lot in a spot? I don't remember which spot he tanked all his time bank.
I do remember a tank for a while, but I remember. I know the hand. There was one was the Jack the Queen X where he called and he was right too. He called the King Jack hearts. That was like a fairly long tank, not like 5 minutes,
super solid.
A couple minutes, yeah, and I made the right call. That was also an extremely impressive call.
Yeah.
Having the worst blockers probably you could have to call. Some of the worst, yeah.
Yeah.
And King Jack has nothing but a ton of equity. I mean, just all over this board. No made hand yet. Queen 7 actually has one of the worst hands there too. He's open-ended. Actually double gutted, right? A 6 or a jack. But it is hello. The offsuit 6. That is one way to do it. What a card.
Now it's really interesting what Karma will decide to do here. If he will lead or check raise, I think it's decent.
And Jan's using more time. 4, 3, gonna go for the raise. Decides too much hand, heads up. Thinking about what hands could call, and does he invite Karma? No, not the time to get aggressive. Did have a key couple cards there. And you are looking at
it's heads up, so
dead even match here, and we do see some limps come in. That's something I've noticed a big shift in the last year as the millions have gone on, and just in general the sort of thought on where to start limping, right, and heads up play and which type of hands to do it. That seems like it's changed a lot, where players start to want to do that more, to not get blown off spots or even just balance with their best hands, right? They want to sort of limp their best and worst hands too. But yeah, interesting strategy. Interesting to see two players that I'm sure are very versed heads up.
Yes, with a nice hand to call here. Having a pair and a flush. And the interesting river. Karma made a straight and Jans made a flush. Jans with a check. Let's see if Karma will value bet this. I think he will, because we are heads up. So Jans will have a lot of two pairs combos to call. And I don't mind the bet folding here.
I mean, he might be thinking about checking back.
He might be thinking about checking.
It would be a pretty wild check to be to actually not just have your opponent on a maybe that's also part of the thing. He's wondering, could he ever get blown off like a chop somehow, if somehow he got raised here, which maybe the opponent wouldn't raise for a big sizing, or maybe just exactly what you're saying, wants to bet a size where he feels he won't get raised and it without being good. And Jans has to absolutely love this.
Oh no, only 1 second Jans is having, so
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he's got some time to think about it, but that is not what he wanted to see. He's got 4 million. He left himself 4 million even.
Yeah, I think Karma can find a fold here for sure. I mean, we need to think about his bluffing range of Jans, and I don't think we find too many bluffing there.
I mean, it's basically all of it, right? It's 3.6.
It's close to.
It's basically, it's for the tournament, yeah.
Karma will remain with 280 or something.
Well, I'm going to select the winner as just in case he does call and it's basically over. We do have the winner selected, Ryan Glidau. Congrats, $100.
Congrats, Ryan.
Very nice pickup. And let's see if Karma can keep this match healthy and alive, if he can find a fold here. And now he is in jeopardy of losing his clock. I mean, this could be pretty special if we see no clock. That would be a...
We've seen Jans in this final table bluffing that 4-5 when flash completes, right? So he's capable of having some bluffs like he had there. Let's see if Karma can find a fold this time.
Oh
no, he doesn't.
Wow.
And Jans wins.
The magic man. He had the chip lead for so much this tournament, and he has got all of them now, just about, as ace 8 all into jack 10 suited. This could end it right here. Pretty hand, but got a lot of work come out. 24-1 and quite a flop.
Flopping two pairs.
Ace needs an 8 ace or a 4, or jack 10 will double up, but going to be a massive toe.
An ace on the river.
Ace on the river. When it's your day, Barry Greenstein's on your team, and that is a winner. Jan Arends, who actually has no GG Million titles. That is a first. Congrats to you, my friend. Well played. Excellent final table. A treat to see, and well-deserved, well played, and a really, really good battle. I mean, some of the players I thought made some excellent plays. Like we said, we saw Pedro, some big folds, some world-class stuff all over. Tell me your takeaways, Razvan.
Yeah, amazing final table. I'm glad to assist you here and commented this amazing final table with some great poker players, some top tier poker players, some hands to note, and we can learn all from them. It was a real pleasure to assist you here.
Amazing. Well, I appreciate your time. And again, everyone can give a follow to Razvan across YouTube and Twitch. Does stream, plays some of the highest stakes poker in the world. And we will see him a future. I'm sure you'll see him at a final table here very soon. We know that's the good part of the job description. It comes with that. Some good run in these in the future. We hope for that. And again, won the EPT for 1.2 million in Paris not long ago. So very accomplished, very skilled player. Appreciate the time. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday again, 2:45 Eastern, same time, same place, and big names, big prizes, the best in the game. We'll see you on the GG Millions next week. Thanks again for the time, Razvan. See you guys.
See you. Thank you.